Welcome to Dwarven Forge Live. This is On the Anvil. I have no idea what episode this is. What episode?
We're at 12.
We're at episode 12 On the Anvil. I am Nate, and this is...
I'm Mace. Hi.
And we're going to be your hosts for the next roughly 2 hours. Although I have a feeling we might go long tonight, but we'll see what happens. This is the show where we show you behind the curtain here at Dwarven Forge, or in this case here in my basement. But we're showing you the inner workings of Dwarven Forge and how we craft terrain and what we're thinking, and I don't know, just hang out with you for a couple of hours and take your questions and show off the latest. And mostly, what is it? We riff and we raff.
Yeah, that's it. That's all we do. It's riffing and raffing.
I took your gag. No,
yeah. No, it's okay. You can have it. I'm tired of that one.
Riffing and rapping's old. We get old news. But new news. So, do we have anything else to say before we start talking about the news? That's it, right? We're gonna hang out and.
I mean, you could give a basic synopsis of what we're gonna go through tonight if you'd like, in case somebody didn't tune in Monday.
That's a great idea. So the heart of tonight's episode is the that's what I should have done for pre-roll. So I don't know if you guys noticed, we had to recycle pre-roll because I forgot to do pre-roll for the show, but the next time I'll try and time lapse building of the build, so then use that for pre-roll. But anyway, so tonight we're gonna walk through. I'm gonna break down the encounters that I used for Monday night. We ran a live game on this very channel, which Mace played in. I was DMing, and so I'm gonna walk through those builds. Talk about what I was trying to accomplish with the build, and then sort of what happened and some of the tricks, and I don't know, just break it down and see where it goes, which should be kind of fun. And then what else? We're gonna have a giveaway. We're gonna go through the news, and that's it, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, and speaking of news, I left my dehumidifier on, so I'm gonna turn that off while you start the news.
Oh, okay. Get some humidity going in here. So some of the news that we have tonight on the Anvil, the first one I have up is something called Deck of Many. It's something that Nate is very passionate about, and it has 21 days to go left on Kickstarter.
So these
go ahead and copy the link and paste it in the chat.
These guys are awesome. They're well, first of all, they're Canadian, so like already they have something going for them. And they did a Kickstarter, I don't know, about a year ago or something. They were at last year's Gen Con with it. They did these they took the Deck of Many Things, and using lenticulars, they have the animated cards for the Deck of Many Things. And then they did spells, 1st through 4th level spells, I think. Animated all the spell cards for all the things with the full info on the back and really cool animations. Of course, I left them all at the office. Actually, maybe I have one here. Wait, hold on. Okay, riff and raff on the next thing. I'll come back to this.
Okay, so some riffing and raffing. Orion says that breaking down in reverse is kind of like doing a build video, which I think is a great point and something that we could utilize in the future. Is just taking a build and then unbuilding it, or taking a build and even knocking it apart. It's going to be like, it's some Donnie Darko stuff, but we could do it. I think it'd be entertaining enough. But thank you all for tuning in. Hope that you're having a good week. Happy May. If anybody has a sunburn, join the club. My nose is entirely scorched, so... Alright, you're back. What's the deck look like?
How'd you scorch your nose?
I was in the park for like 9 hours. Yeah. Not good for porcelain skin, turns out.
No, they're out the office. It's a shame. But I have the whole thing. Anyway, so now they're doing another Kickstarter for the spells 5th through 9th level. And they have a tarot deck that they have animated. And it's just, I don't know, they're really cool and they're really fun and they're completely something you don't need, but they're awesome. The props are neat. The Deck of Many Things in particular and the tarot deck are cool props you could use in your game. And it's fun as a caster to use the spell cards because they're just, I don't know, they're just really neat. And they have blank ones in there, so, because they only have the spells in the player's handbook. So if you want to use the spell from Volos or actually Volos doesn't have anything, does it? I don't know, Xanathar's got, or whatever, any of the other bits, you can write them on their dry erase on the back, so you can write your spell info on there, whatever. But they're just awesome, and the guys doing it are really nice. It's really cool across the boards. Oh, in other news, I think we have a surprise guest. Oh, it's my dinner. No. It's a little late. No, I guess I'll eat after. Thanks, sweetie. It's okay. Uh, what else do we have in the news?
So besides Nate missing dinner tonight, which is sad news,
You know what?
we do have a new pre-order going on after receiving a lot of comments on the one that we tried about. Was it about a month ago?
Not even. Like, I think it was like last week. I don't know, maybe 2 weeks. I don't know. I don't know what time it is anymore, but I do have a liquid dinner at least. I don't know when it was. Somebody watched. I'm sure people in the comments know exactly when it was. But it's been going really well. We just did it was a starter set and a basic cavern set just to kick the tires and see if it worked. Why do you even kick the tires? Like, why is that? Do people do that? Like, if it's a bad car, does the tire like fall off or something? Like, what? Like,
yeah, it just lets you know it's no longer sturdy and able to put around on.
Well, anyway, so we kicked the tires and they didn't fall off, and it's going great. So we're gonna do another one in the semi near future, maybe in the next week or two or something soon. Like a soon order of magnitude of weeks versus a soon order of magnitude of minutes or years.
What's time?
Exactly. But I think we will have we'll have the Dread Hollow Forest in there. We're going to have the Aranthor Mountain full set in there. We're gonna have the Hamlet in there. And I think Zaltar's Game Room, and maybe some, I don't know. So we'll keep you posted, but we're going to keep trying to do more pre-orders. And a bunch of these are things that we sort of already had preemptively ordered, so you won't actually have to wait that long. Like this last pre-order, the things are going to be here in 2 months or something. So it should be good.
Exciting news.
It is.
Yeah, a lot of people in the chat are very jazzed about it. Somebody said "showing," which I have not heard in a very long time.
When was Wayne's World? Is that the 90s?
Yeah, it was like, was it late 90s? It was 90s for sure.
What is time? Yeah.
But besides that, we also have another thing coming out as part of our Hellscape update. We promised as one of our stretch goals when we got to 500 shares on one of our videos that we were going to get $25 gift certificates from Wormwood to all of our backers.
You know what? You know how it actually went down was the Wormwood guys came to visit us. We love Wormwood, right? And so Bobby and Gates and who else came down with them? Oh man, I'm in trouble for forgetting. So they came.
Also, we should have a background on what. I mean, I know everybody knows what Wormwood is, but just in case they don't,
they're like us with wood. They make
premium dice trays and tables and stuff, but they're us with wood. Also, somebody's saying that you should do a mukbang. So if you wanted to eat on stream,
no, I can't do it. So they came down in the middle of the Hellscape Kickstarter and shot a Worm Life episode. And it was super fun. We went axe throwing. Remember that? And you were all frustrated because you couldn't.
That was a sad day for me. Great day for Stefan. Though.
No, but you ended up in the end. So Mace used to throw axes like semi-professionally. Well, as a job. And so we're like, oh, we got a ringer. And then it was just like an off day, right? You couldn't hit. But then it was down to like sudden death thing. And at the very end, she nailed the bullseye like on the last toss. And everybody the crowd went wild. And it was awesome.
Turns out I do great under pressure and horrible under lax. But
yeah, that's what you needed.
It was good to hang out with those guys. I think that was like the first time I actually got to get to know them besides. Well, I mean, you meet them at conventions, but really
it's not the same.
Are so hectic and fast-paced that you don't really know anybody there.
Yeah, and you're all tired, and it's like, it's a mess. But anyway, so they came down, and then they were filming, and we asked them on, like, kind of on camera, we're like, hey, are you going to give us anything for this Kickstarter? And they were like, yeah, I guess we have to, because we streamed it live or something. I don't know. It was like Gates on the spot was like, yeah, we're gonna do it. We're doing $25. It's gonna be great. And he just sort of like he was winging it. And it's awesome. So and it all worked out. Yeah, it was on the live streamed it out, and it was with Stefan was there, and it was fun. But anyway, so that and now it's coming to fruition, right? Is that
So those emails are going to be sent out shortly after our update email.
Oh, which I still didn't. All right, so tomorrow that update's gonna go out, and then the codes will go out like an hour after the update. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay!
But
that is something to look forward to for this week. We also have other news in the update. So if you did back our Hellscape, thank you very much. We have some stuff coming out. For Plaguestone backers, we have another update coming out for you. Some shipping info update. We'll be able to cue you in the emails of as much as we know. Again, these are very uncertain times, so we're going to give you as much as we can with as much flexibility or like just honesty kind of in how variable it might be.
Well, the good news is the first batch of Hellscape stuff hit the water. I don't know. I'm looking at the calendar, but I can't remember what time. But it's in the water, and the next batch is supposed to hit the water next week. And so basically we're going to have the first batch of stuff, which is mostly a lot of small add-ons, so I don't really know if anybody's going to get fulfilled. Maybe we'll send a few. I don't know how it's all going to pan out. I think it's just going to get received and unpacked, and when received basically just means they have to like inventory unpack. It's the whole thing. It's not like you just at your house you get a package and you're like you're done. It's at the warehouse, like receiving takes days. It's a whole thing. They need another name for it, like slow bureaucratic molasses getting your package thing.
Going through the process before being shipped.
The process. So, but then the next batch stuff should land early July, get received, go into processing, and then hopefully start shipping mid-July. And that'll be most everything except I think the Hellgate we were tinkering with the paint on the Hellgate, so I think that didn't make there's one final shipment which should be right after that. So I think the problem is, of course, that's going to hold up anybody that has Encounter 3 and the pull thing. I don't know how it's all going to pan out, but we should be shipping a bunch of stuff mid-July, and then probably the rest, everything else in August. And then Plaguestone is supposed to get, I think that hits the water at end of June or beginning of July, so that'll be shipping at tail end of August, maybe? Something like that.
Rabbit Burner would like to know when the resin will ship. Is that something that we have info on, or
what resin? Rabbit, what are you talking about?
The resin exclusives, I think he means.
Oh. I have no idea. I think that's going to be. I have no idea. I'm assuming that'll be in the second batch, which is supposed to go out next week, because there shouldn't be anything holding that up. Yeah, I don't know. I can't wait. Oh man, we're gonna be like, it's gonna be so exciting.
I know. I don't have enough room here, so I sent it all to my dad, and I'm hoping that's good enough as a Father's Day gift.
Oh, he'll love it. He's a big D&D nerd. But what about?
Yeah, no, he better appreciate it.
But what about?
I did not give it over easy. It took until now for me to be like, okay, I'll change the address. But Finley Shards
wait.
Also says
what about best stepmom ever? What's going on with her?
Oh, best stepmom ever is still hustling. She's doing great.
No, but did she get any Dwarven Forge as a present? What's
I bet she would be. I mean. She's the only one that calls me, so I hear about all the fan stuff through her for sure. She watches each stream, and more than anything, she's the voice for my dad. But
okay.
She's also very proud and happy that we exist. But Finley says he's looking forward to the light panels and the lava rivers. They look so good.
Oh, remind me. That reminds me to pull this out to remember to do a thing with it.
Okay.
Ooh.
Should we? Okay.
Okay.
All right. That's all I have for news.
Cool. Yeah, I think that's all right. And then schedule, we have next week on Tuesday, we have Build of the Month, right? 2 p.m. Eastern American time.
Yeah, 2 p.m. American Eastern time. That's going to be with Selena and Nate. And they're going to take you through the build. Selena's the video wizard, so she kind of, helps guide Nate's eye around those kind of cinematic feats.
Well, we have this crazy new, I'm now shooting the thing here each month. So it's like, it's whack. Like she calls in on Slack, and I feed the camera feed right in So instead of looking at me, she's just looking at the camera feed, and then she can tell me if I'm out of focus or if I'm forgetting a thing or whatever. Like, so it's like it's like an all day. It's crazy for when you're doing it as like a one man band. It like what we can do in a couple hours in studio takes basically all day. It's a whole thing.
You should put the dice tray down.
Why is it clicking?
The snapping magnets are almost like clapping.
But I love them.
I know,
and I can do a couple
too.
like,
Just mute yourself every time you need to, snap
like that
and
monkey.
Those are your symbols.
Yeah, I'm fired up tonight. All right.
All right. We have a few questions before you want to launch into the world of Dwarven Forge. If you want to take them.
Yeah. Let's hit all the questions.
So,
wait. The other schedule thing. We got D&D on June 1st coming up.
Yes.
I have my calendar over here. I can see.
That is with Tyler as a DM. He's
Woo!
going to be doing it with. So, like, our crew of adventurers is always kind of in flux, but it's the same, like, motley crew where we have a wide expanse of many different races and classes. So, he's going to be running the next game June 1st. I feel like the standard time has now just become 7 p.m. So, tune in. We'll update you if that time changes, but just expect it to be 7 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah. And let us know if you did watch if you watched the game on Monday, if you liked any of the things we were doing there. We changed to sort of our camera angle. We had sort of punch-ins on with people's turns. We did those little cutscene videos. Like, let us know if any of these changes are working for you. If you're liking where it's going.
So I'm being told that your knife is
now
also clicking. We need to get you like a a fidget cube or something.
I have a fidget cube, but those make noises also.
Well, we need to get you a muffler for your thumbs then.
I need here. Ooh, maybe this will be an oversized paintbrush. That seems.
While you're finding something to fiddle with, Orion Noir says, "When do pre-orders have to pay up? Right before they ship, relatively speaking," is his question.
Yes, I think it's when they are received in the warehouse, then we send a final invoice out, you pay, and then the stuff ships to your house. I kind of like this is a good flourishy stick.
Azure Cobalt says, "Ask Nate when we can get more forest transition baits."
You know what? People should, if you guys send me something to fiddle with, and I will fiddle with it on the air. If you find something that doesn't make noise, that might be slightly dangerous, it's like the perfect thing. All right, sorry. So
say bubble wrap, but that's the exact
it makes noise. Yeah. So what was the question?
When are we getting more forest transition baits?
They might be in the next pre-order. I don't know. They're a hot ticket. And there was a real mess. I don't know if we talked about this. I made a mega pack of forest transition banks, and then I think our reorder was too expensive. Like, it was too much inventory. Like, our problem is if we order too much inventory and it doesn't sell, it really it ties up all our capital, and it's a big mess. So we can't order. That's one of the reasons stuff's never in stock. We can't just go and order like $1 million worth of merchandise, because that could sink us if it does. It's like we can only order so much at a time. So I think we ended up having to cut the mega pack of the force transition banks in the pre-order, or in this last restock order. But I think the banks, I don't know. We're getting banks out there. We know they're needed. They're in the works. So they're either coming in the regular restock or they'll be in this pre-order, but they're coming.
A few people, now that you mentioned pre-order, are saying do a pre-order for those and to put banks in a pre-order pack.
Yeah, the force transition banks will be in the, I believe they'll be in the pre-order, but if not, we already placed an order for a bunch of them.
Great.
Yeah.
And then somebody is saying mega pack.
I know.
Alvernas.
I know. It maybe in the next round. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll pre-order a mega pack. I don't know.
You have been heard, and we will let you know when we know.
Yeah. No, we want. I made one. It was good. It was a good composition. I mean, it's only 4 different pieces, so only so many ways you can pack the mega pack. But yeah.
All right. So should we move to Nate fiddling with something else?
Yeah. Wait. There were no more questions?
Not that I see.
Woohoo!
Just mostly Mega Tree Pack. Oh, I guess it's a different question. More banks to the Wall Street, or then Wall Street. Sorry.
Ah,
I need to put my
was
glasses
that
on.
was that
Yeah,
Chris? Is
good one.
Augustus in there? Is he, what's going on? Oh, and what was your thing you're saying before this? Denth. What was Denth saying? He wants to watch my movie.
Dan
Oh,
had so he tuned in to you went live last night.
I I dude, it's a crazy week for me. With three
Yeah, I
streams
know.
every 3 nights in a row, which is it was way past my bedtime. Now my friend Alex, who's done some, he's done a little bit of work for us. He did the Burroughs logo back in Dungeon and Doom. I've been larping with him for I don't know 20 something years. Awesome gamer artist. And he was one of the pioneers of the ultralight Boffer sword, like way ahead in technology on LARP weapons. Um,
Oh man.
cool dude. Anyway, he has a every Tuesday night he does a stream draw drinking, and it's him and two other comic book artists, and they sit and draw, and they have a variety of like artsy guests that come on, like a guest each week, and they sit and draw whatever comic book page or whatever they're working on while chatting with the artist. And often the artist will work and do something artistic. I base coated minis. I painted white plastic Reapers minis black. But because I can't talk and think I don't know. It was just I yeah. It was like so. But yeah. It was really fun to.
The safe out. But he said that he had discovered after that that the one and only Nate Taylor was actually a director of a movie as well.
Yeah, I made a narrative feature, Forgetting the Girl, which is it was a good learning experience. I'm really proud of what I put together, and if anybody wants to throw me a big bunch of money, I'd make another one. Um, the fundamental problem is I can't. I've lost an enormous amount of money making movies. Like I can't. I haven't found a way to monetize it, so it wasn't really sustainable. Um,
Passion project.
like yeah, yeah, I could have bought a house instead, but whatever. Uh, and I'm really happy about it. And I was really proud of it's an amazing the collaborative experience of making a film. Is there's like nothing else, and it's I don't know, it's amazing. But anyway, so it was fun to have him tune in and buckle up, have fun if you watch. You got to watch the whole thing because it's like it seems like it's kind of a boring rom com for 60 minutes, but just like let it ride because it's an experience. It's kind of like a D&D game. Like you're like, okay, I think it's all cool, and then the druid cuts your heart out. It's like, all right, uh, that was Monday's game. But yeah, that was it. So thanks for watching, Denth. And yeah, we maybe we should give away a Blu-ray copy of. Do people have Blu-ray players anymore or disc
I mean,
players?
don't all DVD players now just automatically have Blu-ray?
I don't know. I don't.
Or is it like I feel like it's all telekinetic now, honestly. I'm so behind on
It's
how
all
DVD drives
telekinetic.
work. But
Yeah.
we could also just say,
Why
because
don't we?
we have both, right? We could just offer it and then people tell us which one they prefer.
Yes, I've
Yeah.
got there's Blu-rays and DVDs somewhere. Why don't we give away one tonight? Is that crazy? A
Okay,
bonus giveaway?
great.
I haven't been be able to. I haven't like one up to giveaways in a while. So we'll give away one. And maybe we should send one to Demth too, just for being awesome.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah.
And then also we are going to announce so we have the Facebook page. It's the official Dwarven Forge fan page, and we had this
Woo!
goal where if we reached 100 fans or like people who followed in the group, we were going to give away a prototype. And this prototype is of the Dread Hollow Forest, and it is going to be the best detail you get on a piece, and it's hand painted. So we're going
Yep.
to be giving away that for the Facebook fans. It's also signed by the artists that helped make it, so it's a very special piece, and
It
we're
is.
very happy to have you inside of our circle and like to be able to interact with you. So thanks for joining that, and we finally made it. We're going to be
How
able to
many
give a little bit back to our community.
how many people do we have?
It was at 1.1K. I forget the specific number, but
Wait, we were under 1,000 last week, and now we're
yeah,
at
we were like
1.1.
just there. But
Wow,
yeah,
that's a good growth. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, it was a piece we shot with in the videos, and Aaron hand painted, and yeah, everybody's signed it on the bottom, and it's sitting on Mace's desk right now.
All right. We're at 1,059 now on
Nice.
Facebook.
Woohoo! That was a lot.
So we will be announcing that tonight, as well as giving away
you know,
movie.
Let's do all the giveaways when we switch builds. I need to get Grayson to help me move the other build onto this bench, and so it'll be a perfect filler while I'm wrestling out my son and having him put clothes on or whatever. He's basically naked all the time. It's his thing, like, you know.
You have a mini nudist colony going on at your place.
Yeah. Well, he's naked all the time, and Hawkins is just covered with paint all the time. He just is like painting everything. He's been painting a lot of rocks recently.
Okay, artist colony.
Yeah. All right, so let's. Is that all in the world of Riff and Raff? Oh wait, no, wait. We have the city builder color.
Oh yeah, the new paints. Sorry. Yes.
All right, so I don't know when did we announce it in Dwarven Quarterly? I don't know when we announced it, but we had to change the casting color of our stone city builder pieces. They were in the olden days. They were cast in slightly lighter gray. I don't know if you can see the difference. It's I'll pull up that camera, but basically we had to change them to a slightly darker gray, so we wouldn't have to raise the cost, because it's changing the color of the casting material is a whole rigmarole for the factory. So we let's see if is this here we go. Oh, look at that is a shot. So, and it's not that radically different, but it is different. So we're going to show you. We just got some samples in hand. Oh wait, I forgot I'm not in studio mode. I'm in studio mode. Let me change this. All right.
Oh.
I don't. It used to, like, if you just clicked it, it would change, but now I have to do it to. I've taken off the training wheels here. There we go. Speaking of training wheels, so this is the old, and this is the new, and it's just slightly darker. And I think I like it better because you can see the contrast of the rocks better. It reads better on the table from a distance, but it's not like radically different. Like if you mix and match,
right.
I don't know. It's like
the colors, like, even they pair well enough that you don't have to. Yeah, exactly. It's like maybe they had been built different times, but it's the same stones.
It's the wrong one. Wait, I can't even tell the difference between the roofs. Right? That's like.
Will you move the houses a little bit closer to the camera?
Enough.
Perfect.
Yeah, this is this is new roof, old roof. I don't know. And I don't think the tutor is any different. I could be wrong. Let me see. Let's compare. Let's let the audience decide. I think the stone was the only one that changed, but we'll see. This is the new tutor. This is the. We should flip it outside. Do that. It's also hard. Well, let's see. Maybe go this outside.
Argit K. Vekva says, I want to build an inn out of the city builder with rooms on both sides of the hallway. How would you make a 5 or 10-foot hallway?
You'd wait until KS8.
Right.
That's not the right answer.
I think you could definitely figure it out with, like, some of the stable kind of like, don't the city builder parts have that midway hole that you can get like smaller walls in? Am I crazy?
We only did them in
already 10 feet wide.
We only did them in stone.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, we haven't done it in this light's too hot now. I don't know if I can even tell the difference between. Let's see the casting on the bottom. Oh yeah, it is slightly. Wait, now this looks lighter. What is going on? I guess I don't know. Well, the tutor looks like it's in a different color too. This is the old. This is the new. This looks lighter than this, which doesn't make any sense. But is this the same as?
It's so similar. Not even we can tell it apart.
Conceptually, these are supposed to be the same. Yeah, they are. I guess I don't know. Maybe it's the light. It's a trick of the eyes because it looks the same to my human eye, but to the camera, it looks.
Thorisdale says, looks like a
Hey.
heavier dry brush on the old, then change in the casting color.
Yeah, but this is definitely a different. This is definitely a different color. So I don't know what's going on with this one because the like this is definitely a darker color than this. But I think the final tutor looks essentially the same. Like I wouldn't be able to tell the difference if someone asked me. The stone is visibly different. I like it better, but yeah. And yeah, the dry brush it's never 100% consistent, right? Because it's humans doing it, so there's there are always little variations. That's the new. This is the old.
I can't tell them apart.
It's a little darker. Like you get a little more contrast in there. But yeah, it's not. It's like it's
okay.
It's not a radical. It's not a radical difference in any
not at all.
stretch. But yeah, but it helps us keep the prices consistent. Yay, prices!
Woo.
All right. So now let's get to the heart of the matter here. I'll go to the camera so you guys can awkwardly watch me change things. All right. So here's what you do. Hold tight, Twitch Commander. We're floating you.
Wow! Wow, I feel so light. I've never felt this light before.
Light as a feather.
Stiff as a board.
It's like Casey's favorite shirt. Let's see.
Did she wear that?
You've never seen? She wears that shirt like every day.
It's like, must have missed it.
Oh, it's awesome. It's like.
Hoppy Hippo says, sorry, I may be a dummy for missing it, but do we have to do anything beforehand for the Facebook group giveaway? And
Join
Hoppy Hippo, that closed on Monday. We had it over the weekend. If you are on the Facebook group, then you are automatically entered. There's nothing else special. You just have to be a member.
Just be awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So this is. Oh, you know what I need to do? Let's see. All right. So. Oh wait. You know what I should do first? So okay. Set the stage before we look at this. So wait. So this was. So first I'm gonna. All right. So Monday we played a game. And it was like it's basically I was trying. Stupid mic. I got a lavalier and it didn't work, but it was the idea, so I wouldn't have to move this thing. But we'll get there. So the idea was, I was basically doing 2 episodes jammed into one, and which didn't really work out because it should have just been. If I'd just done one thing, I could have really milked it, and then the next one could have been whatever. But I wanted to cover a lot of ground and whatever. So the first half was this. Going into a goblin warren. So I shot. So here's the. It's a shame I took this thing apart too. This was the. This is a little. I shot with my iPhone, with 3 lights here in the basement. Just handheld the iPhone. Like this was the goblin warrens. This is the video you didn't get to see, Mace. This is. It was multi-part. This is only one snippet of it. Whatever, but to set the stage, right? For this was the green entrance that you guys went into, and then left because the poison smoke was like killing you. Yay, it was fun. So, all right. So I'll get back to this.
It's a little bit buffery, but that's awesome.
Is buffery really? Oh,
for me at least. But like, I remember having the green, the blue, and the red too.
Yeah, I should have actually found that. I have a wide shot of all 3 of those. But
that's what we should have done for pre-roll. Next time, I'm remembering when we have the game with beauty videos that I haven't seen.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
So anyway, the concept was we let's go back to overhead. Oh wait, a single overhead. So the concept was they had to get into this warren, and they had to find how all these goblins were just multiplying. There were just goblins like droves and droves and droves of goblins. I think I said multitudes like over and over again.
So you have to change up that language.
Yeah, there's like And
Myriads is also a good one.
right, hordes of goblins popping in. So they had to find out why all these goblins, how these goblins are coming out and destroy them. And so so originally I was doing this as the building of the build of the month. I did kind of a first pass at this thing, and then I had to end up scrapping it for a variety of reasons. One was it was too complicated, and two, let's swing this around. I didn't have enough. It was going to take up too much time. That was the thing. If I'd done it as as two different episodes, I could have milked it out right and whatever. Let's see if we can get in here on this. So they were presented with three choices. They could go in, and they kind of theater of the mind. They snuck their way in, and there was just hundreds of goblins in there and huge arsenal and all that stuff. And they kind of snuck their way down into coming down this thing into this lowest chamber where there were a couple of hobgoblins tinkering at this device and doing things. And so the concept of the build. Let's go to the see a single cam. Do I have this thing? Yeah, look at that fun little thing. Is that focus? So the concept was I wanted to for the encounter, the idea was I wanted to do something where they could just blow all of their spells and abilities. This was the concept, not necessarily in practice, but the concept was it was like a thing where they could just use everything. Because normally, right, you have to pace yourself, and it's like, well, how many more rooms in this dungeon are we gonna have to do? And it was basically like just go in and just burn everything and vaporize as many goblins as you can, and it's just like, especially because Mace's character has fireball, and Hamster's character has fear. And Toby's character can fire 2 crossbow bolts around with his heavy crossbow because he's an artificer and has the repeating shot infusion. And so there were just all this great. Oh, and Chug can do 4 attacks a turn or something. So you could just the idea was they could just mow down goblins by the droves. And it seemed like that would be really fun. So it was the core idea was okay, let's let them just fight tons and tons of goblins. And the build was have a thing where there was a lot of different ways, right? So this thing there's 1, 2, 3, 4 entrances in to this place. So goblins could come from all sides. It's tough to get line of sight on any of them all at the same time. There's only a couple of, there's a couple of torches creating some light here, but it quickly drops off into shadows on the sides so they can, actually, let me go back to the overhead.
Yeah. Me202 says, I was not aware of the elevation pieces there he has.
They are, these.
And wants to know what sets are used.
I'll get there in a sec.
Cool.
Yes, but remind me about that one, because we'll talk about the sets. So the idea was they'd be in here and the goblins could be coming from all sides. This area was this contraption. So there's this. This is supposed to be I'll go to the thing. I'll tell you about the contraption. So this was the contraption was venting through this area, and this was sending out poisonous smoke up above. That was the entrance that you guys didn't go through, the green entrance.
Yes. That
was basically a direct line down here and would have taken you straight to this thing, but it would have been a whole bunch of it would have been 3 con saving throws, DC 15, and each one you would take, was it 15? It was a significant amount of damage. It was 15 or 20 damage. Half.
I didn't take a single thing of damage that whole game. I didn't even realize it.
You would have taken half on a success, but Chug was immune because she's Warforged. Or they are Warforged. Hex would take half right out of the gate because she's the druid of Circle of Spores. And Thim he's dwarven, so he gets advantage on the save. So it was you could have done it, but you would have gotten dinged up a little bit and burned some spells from healing or whatever. So you'd be kind of but it would be the direct way in. And then the red path was you had to sort of sneak through, and there's chances for whatever, and it kind of builds the suspense more. Anyway, the idea was that the goblins can come from a whole bunch of different sides, and it sort of let them sort of, you guys could just blow a whole bunch of spells off and kill them by the droves and whatever. Of course, the reality was I didn't have enough time because I was trying to cram 8 hours a game into 4 hours. Go figure. Over ambitious. And so I didn't. I needed I needed 2 more rounds of combat to make it, to really have it land. I have it be sort of what I envisioned it to be, but that's the problem with streaming is combat, a round of combat, it burns a half an hour. It's you just don't have it's just yeah. So anyway,
I also think we maybe would have been a little bit more adventurous had we not had been a little bit distracted by technical difficulties and such.
Yeah,
it wasn't a huge deal or anything. We were able to carry on the stream and have a good time, but I feel at the time it's kind of we're all just all right, I can get my computer, my other science magic working in real life.
My
okay,
science
let's do magic and role playing. But
so then for the center of the build here, this thing was, let's see if we can see. You see, you have to excuse the painting on this. So this is a piece from Plaguestone, the Hellfire Furnace, which I quickly painted. That's why the green and yellow are ugly, and I didn't have I didn't have an ink for it. I don't know, it's just a mess. But I painted it up quick because all I had was an unpainted test shot. And then this is the Greek fire projector from Castle Builder, which I put on there, and the idea was that this was supposed to be a thing that was siphoning energy out of the Misty Gateway here. It was pulling the soul liquor out of there and feeding it into this cauldron, which would then spreading into these eggs, and they were rapid prototyping goblins, right? They were making every night they could make a crop of 500 goblins. These hobgoblins were had these things. These eggs were basically goblins planted. Where are the eggs? Woo! Oh, they're basically goblins planted. That's the head. Their sort of heads sort of up, and they're Cabbage Patch Kids or whatever, planted under there. So that was the other fun thing is if for whatever reason your stealth was perfect and you guys managed to kill the hobgoblins without them raising an alarm, I could have the eggs start hatching and full grown goblins popping out and attacking from all sides, and that was also fun because then they were all. Let's go back to the overhead.
Yeah, the dragon, not the dragon. The goblin skulls were pretty metal. Seeing that after
right?
Bursting open an egg, it's oh, we're doing actual damage right now.
These guys were, so there were goblins could pop out of these also in addition to all the side bits and whatever. So that was it. That was sort of the intention of the build. I don't know what so it's actually it's great that we have you on here, Mace. What was it as a player? Oh wait, one more. So the other 2 things that I did with this. Wait, let me lift this out. And we'll talk about the sets and the whatever in a sec. So the other 2 things that I did, sort of mixing and matching, was I put some caverns. This is a stalagmite. Wait, I'm on the wrong camera. Single cam close. Focus. So this is from our caverns line. It's a cool pool stalagmite thing. So I put that. So I essentially built the burrows and then sort of capped it with this on top to make it feel like a solid, make it feel like one big open chamber. And then similarly, I put these pieces, Aranthor. These are Aranthor rocks, and then these are the freestanding torch walls from Caverns Deep to try and give it a little ambiance and have some clutter around there. Feel like it was this sort of big open chamber or whatever. So anyways, that was the intention of the thing. And what was it like on the player, on the receiving end of all this, Mace? What was it like? I don't know. Well, did that land? Was that
Yes,
what
definitely.
It sort of felt like?
I thought that maybe we were gonna start not a whole new Dungeon of Doom kind of thing, but many different encounters in the burrows, and I was so ready for it. I know that it was probably unlikely because we were also supposed to, come back out after like the what an acorn chestnut
Acorns.
right, acorn, yeah. So it was like it wasn't eternal doom or anything, but it felt like we were going to be in here for a little bit at least. But yeah, no, it definitely felt like it was an infinity of tunnels.
Did the did it feel like you could have gotten overwhelmed by goblins had it gone on for another couple of
For
rounds?
sure.
Yeah.
I also didn't think so. In the chat, people said that the combat didn't feel rushed or anything like that.
Oh,
I
good.
would agree that it didn't feel rushed. Like it felt fair, and I still like, even in the end times, I thought that we were gonna have to fight a bit longer. I think we just kind of got lucky with, the bomb that Toby's character.
Well, I was supposed to be done at 9. I was supposed to be out. This was supposed to be done by 9 o'clock, and it was already 9:15. So I just sped up the bomb timer. So I
Okay.
specifically didn't quantify the amount of time. Like I was gonna be like, oh, it has to be five rounds before the bomb is ready. But then I was like, there's no way. Like if this is going off the rails, I need to be able to compress that time so we can get out, and because as we ended up 45 minutes over.
Oh,
Whatever.
I think that was a great call because it really just felt like we were kind of like lucky and
Yeah.
like we were getting the upper hand really because after having seen the goblins basically regenerating as they were coming at us, I was kind of like, we're gonna leave here either with most damage or maybe missing somebody.
Well, ideally we would have like 2 more rounds of combat. I could have really had some. Especially because they all have short bows, they could have really started peppering you guys with arrows and really been at the place where, like, right now you were keeping them in the adventure as it happened. Like you guys, I can go back to the overhead. You guys managed to, they were kind of coming out this tunnel. You fought them back, webbed this tunnel, you took out the guys that were coming in this tunnel. Darkness over, kind of had the tunnels covered, but given another round or two. A few more guys would have snuck through the darkness. These guys would have cut through the web. These guys would have started running. They would have started just been more and more and more coming
just
in.
Like a cacophony.
Yeah.
I feel like I was using cantrips only because I was kind of like reserving my actual spells for later too, which maybe was a bad call because I don't know. I was just trying to prepare for not having a short rest or a rest at all. So I was like, use cantrips until you like clearly can't. And maybe it would have been more fun if I like did use spells in those instances.
Well, that was certainly my intention, was like just let you guys just unleash, so that you could,
Now I know you're a merciful DM. Like I can rest and I can use my spells and stuff. But maybe having said that, now next time I won't be so lucky.
Well, I try
and
and
I have good cantrips backed up. So next time I'm definitely gonna be a little bit more spell heavy.
I try really hard to build encounters that will be fun, right? Like the whole point
this was so emotional and very fun. Like this whole encounter, I was kind of sad we ended it when we did. I was tired, but like I could have kept going too.
Yeah, me too. The like I don't know, a lot of it is too just sitting and taking the time to look at what the abilities the players have and be like, what can I throw at them that will really leverage what's in their toolbox, and that I think you guys had the right skill set for whatever. So we'll look at the sets, and do we have any questions or comments in the comments?
Justice is here.
Hey, Justice, how you doing, man?
Hope your mouth is doing better.
Great.
So I think it's me202. They would like to know if this is available on the web store. I was looking through a few of the Burrow packs. Some of them do say sold out, but there might be some that are still available.
So you could build this with a portion of the Kree colony, which is encounter 14. So all of the Burrow stuff, it's very confusing right now. We're revamping our web store. Soon it'll be reorganized with searchable tags and all categories that make sense. But right now, if you're looking for, these are our Burrows sets. You can find them in the Dungeon of Doom category, which is really confusing because they're not dungeon. And I made this with, it's less than one Kree colony encounter. Although there's a couple more stilts. I'm not sure because there's a big bucket of pieces at the office. But maybe it's one Kree encounter or part of a Kree colony and some of the stilts. So these elevation bits that somebody was asking about. Let me bring up the triple cam. So these things, boom, 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 boom. So we have two different. There's two different ramp style pieces. Yeah.
Careful with that cord, real quick. We had a.
Oh, did I have a hit?
Color change, but it's all good.
That's just what we need. So we've got these. We've got a curved ramp, and one of the fun things that we did on these is there's built-in steps for the minis on the rocks. I painted up all these little goblins for you guys. I painted 31 goblins.
Oh my gosh! I saw them not only just regenerating, but like kind of staying there. That's what made me like huge red flag with like, oh, we're not getting out of here alive.
But you know what I realized is like couldn't even see them. Like I could have just put like M&Ms on there or something, and you wouldn't like by the time on the actual stream, you couldn't really. See, even worse was the satyr. We'll get to that when we get to the outdoors thing. Like you couldn't see any of that stuff.
Thing that we could do is like have prepared images of the enemy for combat,
yes.
Even if it's not actual combat.
Well, you know what we could do would be neat. Would be a little turntable shot. Throw the mini on a turntable.
Especially since you hand painted those. Now I'm a little sad that I didn't see them. They look great.
We don't want to close up on that paint job, but
okay.
It's not.
One interesting question that Azure Cobalt said is ice burrows.
We could try an ice paint scheme on these things.
It reminds me of something from like Star Wars.
Yeah. If Dagobah froze over and became Hoth, this is what you'd end up with. So we have these ramps. Someone was asking where the ramps come from. So there's a stilts pack, or it's an elevation. There's a Burrows elevation pack that has the ramp bits, and it has these stilts which are where's my camera? These stilts which are magnetic. And it has these cool ones, the tripod, and these were built to like they can fit over these guys. But mostly I didn't use a ton of pieces, right? I wanted this to be feel kind of claustrophobic, but kind of, labyrinthian, and where's the and then kind of a clever trying to make the room. I just feel like the center part of the room is just, it's just Burroughs chambers, right? These things are just chambers, which I then covered up with some clutter to make it feel like it's like one open thing or whatever. And that's the other question: is what would people have done differently, trying to build or run this encounter to make that kind of terrifying, there's goblins everywhere feel.
Before people, I guess, have time to fill that out, one comment we have about the encounter in general, which is interesting and something that we kind of have talked about before, is Night of the Phoenix asks, or I guess says, it would be great if some of the builds were something we could buy as an all-in-one package. So, like, this is actually pretty condensed. You said it was close to buying the Burroughs encounter for.
It's less than if you bought the Kree colony encounter from the Dungeon of Doom. You could build this, except for, of course, just to throw you guys for a loop. I put this is a Misty Gateway from Caverns Deep. This is a towering stalagmite from. Oh wait, you can't see it. You can see it in the overhead maybe. Caverns Deep. These are Caverns Deep bits. These two bits are from the Aranthor Mountains. This is from our original Caverns / actually it's a reprint of resin piece in Caverns.
That's one of my favorite pieces too.
Is awesome. And this, this goes way. This cauldron is from the Den of Evil with a custom insert that Toby cast this for. I think it was a build we did for Satine or something. Like, I don't remember, but it's so this is a resin cauldron with a little custom bit there. And this is a Doomstone from the Doom it's a Doomstone, which I was using for the apparatus. Toby's the Tetsumar's bomb. the 42 delayed blast fireballs all chained together to make a nuclear weapon. And that was from Castles, so one of the challenges with this is I kind of peppered in a lot of the details, but the actual core, right, you could strip all this stuff out, and the taking all the decorations out, this core you could do with your Cree colony, or not even like if you had, I don't know what it is. I don't know what the packs we actually have are. They're smaller packs you could use to build it. But we do have this month's build of the month is using burrows, and we're doing our first ever build of the month bundle, which will be everything like, it's everything you see pictured in the build, plus a $50 gift certificate.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, no, a bonus gift certificate, right? Which is awesome.
Walking on you, but that's a big deal.
Whoa, this gift certificate.
Whoa.
You guys.
With the burrows?
Yeah.
Do it.
So we are working towards there will be some stuff that is like you can see it and then play it. I was building this for the game to just look awesome, right? I was not trying to. It's really hard to build to sets, right? Like to build a thing that / even harder trying to then like sell it as a set, like being able to cherry pick all these pieces from all these other things and then have the minimum order quantity of 3,000, whatever. It's not possible. So like I definitely understand that people wanting to like, hey, can you just show me a thing that I can build and do? And that's one of the things we do with Build of the Month, right? We build those using sets that you can buy, and in this case we made an actual bundle to make it easier. But these builds for the games are always going to be a little bonkers.
So Orion Noir also asks if this is compatible. Well, not even if this is compatible. He feels like he's imagining a broken wall into the sewer where these two can work together.
Well, we have a good broken.
And I feel like that is not just imagination.
We have this guy. Wait, we have this guy, the broken dungeon wall, and you could super easily repaint this to match your sewers, and punch in with there, or you could. Oh, I have. Do I have it? Wait, no. Oh, yes, I'm the best. If I do say so myself. I've been working on getting. I've been working on getting all of our pieces accessible at the drop of a hat, so that I can pull stuff out on command. And I thought I didn't have the sewers, but I do. Hold on.
Woo! You got the standard, or like you got the sets you needed.
Yeah, I
got. How wide are the paths? Asks EX6.
Hold on. So.
Okay.
Pump the brakes, Neax.
Pump it.
We got one question. Oh, this. No, I'm working, having a prolonged period of time down in the submarine here has given me time to slowly sort through all the stuff and get everything kind of in a quick release.
I just love the nickname Submarine. It makes me like.
It is
jealous that I live 4 floors up. I want to call my place Submarine.
It is cold, dark, and narrow. So it's
cold
like.
Is good, especially in these times. Dark, great. Narrow, could be better, but
yeah, it could be better.
Give and you take.
So you could very, very easily have this run right up to our sewers whole wall, and you could put a little goblin in there. Where's my? Who's gonna go in there? You gonna go in there? Got these. You know what? This has been an excuse to start painting those Reaper Bones minis the 6,000 unpainted white miniatures that they send you, whatever it is. Like, it's a lot. So little by little, I'm gonna start chipping away at these guys. All right. So that was the. So what was the next question? So yeah, you could very easily transition into the sewers. You could pretend this was a broken wall. You could also, if you got a saw handy or a razor, you could very easily cut one of these up and do a thing and whatever. I am quite fond of cutting up the pieces, but maybe not everybody's so bold. All right, so what was the other? There was another good question. Maybe
about the sewer lining up.
I don't know, but after that you started on another one. I said, wait, let me do the sewers first. Yeah.
Sorry, by Yak.
Oh, hello, Yak. They are 5 feet wide. So let's go to the overhead. Well, I see. Oh, I have the overhead. Wait, switch. Triple cam overhead. Whew. So these are These are supposed to be 5 feet wide. They're roughly 1 inch. They're a little extra wide, and we have the walls are low, so you can get the weapons of your minis out there. Like if you have, these, I don't know if this guy will fit. This guy's got a 32 millimeter base. Let's see. Yeah, vaguely. But it lets you, if you've got weapons that stick out, you can get them out there anyway. They're roughly 1 inch, slightly larger than 1 inch, and then there's roots and rocks that denote the the grid is hidden in there organically, but it's in there.
Orion Noir would like, or is saying, I am working on a multi-level spaghetti noodle cavern layout. I got to one overpass, and I got burned out making elevation changes. Parentheses, floor levels separated by 3 to 4 inches. I really like Burrow solutions for elevation. I should revisit this and finish that, plus the family wants to make a new build, and I won't let them change it until I am done. So selfish.
Wait, so there's a lot to unpack in there. Wait, so he's making. I love, first of all, this
spaghetti noodles. He's got his angel hair pasta.
Yeah.
He wants bow tie.
So what was he getting frustrated with? He was doing this with burrows, or was something different?
He's doing it with burrows.
Okay.
But his family was being frustrated about the 3 to 4 separation floor elevation changes.
How so? Like what was the
floor levels separate 3 to 4 inches. Revisit this. Family wants a new build, so he won't let them change it yet.
Got it. Well, it's the thing that frustrates me about these burrows is we have a ramp going up, turning to the right, but not one turning to the left. But that was cut. Like we didn't know if these burrows were going to be popular or not. It turns out they weren't wildly popular. So we didn't. So we did sort of minimum pieces.
Kind of shocking.
I know,
honestly.
But maybe I don't know. I really wanted to do an expansion in the Wildlands, but hasn't happened yet. But maybe I don't know. We'll see where it goes. There's a lot.
Based on the chat and like the fact that you can actually like keep this going kind of forever with no, like it can repeat, but also you can have such different variety in the whole layout of it. It's, I don't know, and it's. Like, it could be sci-fi. I see so much versatility in this that it is surprising to me that people aren't crawling for it.
You don't need to sell me on it. I it's like,
yeah. I think it's a great
I think it was also it was buried in the Dungeon of Doom, which already had like all the crazy cool dungeon things you could want. And you're always generally going to use dungeons more than you use burrows. And there was Forsaken Temple was in there, and there was limited edition marble and limited edition jade, and so
this looks kind of like different from all of it too.
Yeah, so this was just kind of the bottom of the barrel for most people, and they just ran out of budget and whatever. I don't know. We'll revisit at some point and do some 45-degree pieces and ramps. And I don't know. There's a lot.
0.77.
But I want to do some longer bits or some like I'm dreaming of like an arch that like lets you kind of just do a one piece, get up and over another tunnel like quickly with one piece, so you can drop down and do some more cool spaghetti noodle stuff in a spiral. Like I don't know. There's a lot of we could go bonkers with these, but and some bigger chambers, right? So that's but anyway, we'll see how it goes. Are there any other questions or thoughts before I want to try something crazy on this, and then we're gonna look at the big build?
Yak666 says, "What's the color blend of the burrows?" And I feel like that is a
Aaron
painting slash like Aaron slash answer.
We have don't we have I think we have a painting video for these. I'll
look it up and put it in the chat. But then one
but I don't know.
We had before all of this was just an overview of all the sets, which we could
all the sets. Oh, what sets?
Now, or we could wait.
Of this one?
Just all the sets that were used in the game on Monday.
It was this and the thing we're gonna look at next. So
okay, so let's wait till the end.
Yeah.
And I'll find the painting video.
Yeah. So all right. So here's what I want to try, which I realized like too late. So I of course, the challenge of having, I had to run the game at the office, but I've been living in the submarine here. So half the things you want are in one place and half the things are in the other place, like the Decameni is over there. Oh man, those guys are so nice too. The Decameni team, I hope they're actually their Kickstarter is killing it. So what I want,
with 21 days left and like what they offer, I feel like they're gonna more than make it.
They've already. I mean, they're blowing through stretch goals. They're like,
I mean, like, just like they're gonna keep blowing though. Like the first card, like they do the what's it called when you? It's not reflective, but you move the cards.
They're lenticular.
Reticular, yeah.
Lenticulars.
Like, that is insane. And
Yeah.
there's so many spell cards from that deck. Like, when you let everybody in the office look at it, I just kind
Yeah.
of wanted to steal them and keep them forever.
No, they're
I
amazing.
refrained, but now I just need to go buy them. They're so cool.
Well, if they ever go missing, now I know where they went.
Yeah, exactly. Now you know the perk.
So this is what I wanted to do, but I didn't for the game. Let's see how this works. I wanted to throw our light panel under there and illuminate the eggs, but of course it was at home, and I don't know. We'll see. There's probably going to be some. Let's see how this works. There's probably going to be some light leaks from the things. I don't know. We'll see. This will be a live experiment, live on camera. And you know, maybe I'll do. What camera should we go close up on this? Should we go? What if people want to see? Let's do this.
Well, post in the comments if you'd rather do close up or if you'd rather do overhead for the light panel. Seems like we're doing close up. Yeah, it seems like comments not necessary.
If the comments are resounding that they want to go the other way, we can do that too.
Let's just do both anyway.
Yeah, we'll look at it from all angles.
All right.
Because, you know, you can't give a director like 4-camera coverage and then not let him use it. And
can you turn off the overhead light also?
I can. But let me see. Where am I going to go? Put this here. Alright. We got our new Hellscape risers. Da-na-na-na. Oh man. This would have been so ridiculous. Missed opportunity. Ugh.
So I don't want to break your heart because this is a great angle, but a lot of people do want overhead. So let's just do both. But let's see the close up first.
Well, too late. I switched.
Oh.
You know, and you know what I realized too just now as I was saying this, that we actually had those light the tracing. We had the what do you call it? The tracing light panels in the office that I could have used. Son of a.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I know exactly where they are too.
Yeah, no, me too. It's like I was like they could have bitten me if they were rattlesnakes. They could have bit me as I was building this, but
yeah.
Luckily they're not rattlesnakes.
Well, maybe like note for future when you're planning your things, somebody who's not part of the stream, like Tyler or somebody else, they can just be like. You can be like, this is my image, and this is what I want to see, and then somebody's like, oh, okay, we can prepare that at the office.
Well, I didn't think of it.
Feel like one-man band that brings a kit.
Didn't think about it until it was built, because I see. Well, so here's the full story is I left this at home. I built out a thing, and then. I don't know. Long story. When I was packing the builds into my car, and I packed the empty tray, and I was going to because I painted this tray black, so I was going to build on the black tray, and then I put the Dread Hollow in on top of the black tray, but it was still empty. But I hadn't moved the thing, and then I didn't realize till I was like partway to the office, and I was like, well, I guess that's not happening. So I'll just have to rebuild it at the office, and. Hold on one second. So then, there you go. These little foam core risers from Hellscape are like my new favorite thing, by the way. So anyway, I rebuilt it and I kind of changed it anyway, and then I had as I was doing it, I had the idea that I could illuminate it, but it was already too late. I wouldn't hand out. But
Maybe just for like future note, you should build all your terrain on light panels, and then if it looks bad, just take them away.
Well, I'll take that into consideration. Just everything is always ready to eliminate at all times.
Yeah, who needs overhead lights when you have underhead lights and then want to kill them?
The one of the interesting challenges of this is like I had to pre-build things relatively far in advance so that I could shoot the cutscene videos
Right.
and stuff.
While you're doing this, should we go ahead and announce the Facebook
Not
winner?
yet. No, let's do the.
No.
Yeah, we'll do it while I switch builds because that's going to be a rigmarole. But we could start the giveaway for tonight's starter dungeon.
Okay, that sounds great. I'll go ahead and get that keyword put in as soon as we have it chosen.
Does anybody that's watching here tonight? Did anybody watch the game?
It looks like a lot of people did.
Did they enjoy the little cutscene videos? Is that a thing we should keep doing? I mean, I'm gonna do it anyway, but I might as well.
Absolutely. I mean, there was a comment way earlier, like at the beginning, where they were like when we were talking about moving to like you showing the build, that people were excited about the beauty videos, but
good.
Yes, the videos were lovely, said Neophoia.
Oh, Neophoia was the Neophoia is like the WOD expert, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that the apparently right, they were watching and were like, "Oh boy, these guys are in trouble. They don't know the lore on WODs and this isn't going to go well."
And then Scottish Jeff and Denth also all agree that we should keep the beauty videos for the builds.
Cool, because they're fun.
No, they are fun, and genuinely, I think it's a great idea. It's just we need to find the way to incorporate it into that.
Well, it wasn't as the players not having the players not be able to see it is kind of a bummer. And
Corona's a mean mistress. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, she's a swamp witch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we have to figure out a lot of things. Like I mean, like. Yeah, we're getting there. The whole point
It'll be easier with less restrictions, which is hopefully happening soon-ish.
Yeah.
And if not in the near future, we're gonna make a way around it. Scottish Jeff says your cutscenes are bomb.
Ooh, that's what the kids call good things, right? Wait, what did I do?
Yeah, bomb.com. That's hip and young.
Dude, that's my website. How'd you know?
I googled it. I was like, Nate Taylor's a director. I gotta.
Hey, you gotta check out his.
It's like, oh, bomb.com. Okay.
Yeah.
Finding the bomb. It's actually just a Mission Impossible movie.
Dude, that would be fun. All right, so we're gonna turn off. Let's see. I have a.
Foya says I was giggling like a child when I heard Woad being excited about how everyone reacted when they realized what was happening.
Me too. It was like, yeah. So he saw that one coming a mile away and was like, "Oh boy, this is gonna go south." But it was, it was. It's all part of a fun story. All right. Is that enough lights off? Let's see what happens. There's going to be a lot of spill around this.
I would actually do one more because you can't tell what light's coming from underneath the build and what light's actually from overhead.
Wow, the stupid webcam autocorrects. What is this one? This one's really hard to turn on.
There's something really hot to the right side of the screen. Yeah,
that's one. Me.
Is that it?
Yeah. This one's a real pain. Oh, yes.
Ooh, Night of the Phoenix says, I think the video should have some boss metal intro.
Yes. Agree. Yes, the problem is the stupid webcam is just going to keep overcorrecting. It's actually better with this one. This I have a hate relationship with this webcam. All right, let's see. You ready?
Sounds healthy.
Whoa.
Oh, whoa.
That's pretty
okay,
cool.
Nice.
Whoa. Oh man, I am so regretful that I did not do this for that. Oh wait, look at those close. Oh boy, Everybody.
I mean, good
Wait,
news
look at
is
this.
me and Chris are
Oh,
most of the team is not working,
why?
so go to the burrows again. That's amazing.
That's
though.
outrageous. Why didn't I do that? Ah!
Oh, Nate.
No! We're going in a time
So
machine.
good.
We're just doing the goblin burrow and there's glowing eggs. Ah!
Yeah. It's okay. It does look amazing though.
It's so good.
People in the chat are kind of losing it.
Oh, why?
Yeah, just save it. Just save this idea for another time. But
What?
you know,
I can't go back to the
first Nate encounter. You have to build up to a big old glowy.
I can't go back to the. I can't go back to the back again. Like where, like
Absolutely,
we just.
always use the burrows. You can always use the burrows.
Oh man, let's take a picture of this. Damn it!
Just find a sci-fi setting, or like find a different. Don't do goblins, obviously, but like do like a
space goblins,
snail thing or something.
Snail thing. That's like Swamp Thing's cousin. It's like.
I love both Swamp Thing and Snail Thing, so I'm fine with that. Knight of the Phoenix says, "God."
Yeah. No. You know, who doesn't love Star Trek? All right, that's man. Why didn't I do that? Ugh.
It's fine. Don't beat yourself up.
I
You
mean,
can use this in the future. Everybody in the chat, you have to swear you won't tell
Don't
any of the
tell
workers
anybody.
about this besides me
the
and Chris.
the
who is
workers.
watching, 'cause we're already like it's foiled for us, but
Damn it! Yeah, just don't tell the players because that would.
yeah,
Really...
just don't tell anybody
Man,
else. It's fine.
I'm so upset. That was.
Don't be. Just save it for the future.
No, but now the secret's out. No, like, there's no surprise. I love a dramatic reveal. You see.
I don't know. Me says your secret's safe with us. I feel like we can trust most people in the chat.
Yeah, no, these people.
If anything happens on social, I'll be the first one to get there and slap it out of the hands. Like I'll just delete and block that person.
Oh man, damn.
It's fine.
Man,
it's safe.
All right. Well, anyway, so that's what I didn't do, and then let's. Yeah, let's turn all the lights on and see what it looks like. Turn you back on. Yeah, it really looks cool. Like
does.
evil glowing eggs full of goblin skulls. Like that's.
Well, like I understand how you feel because I thought of Creaster eggs like right after Easter.
Hey,
So
Easter's
like,
coming around again next year.
Regret it.
No, write it down and set a reminder for next year, like a month before Easter, so that you'll remember it.
And then we can do this whole glow in the dark thing.
Yes. Oh, this is definitely next year's Easter post. Wow, it's so sci-fi. Oh, with some Kree in there, man. All right, well.
I'm setting a reminder right now for myself for next year.
Glowing
2 weeks
Kree
before
Easter eggs.
Pretty extra, but like it's worth it, you
know? Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, there's that. All right, let's go look at the. Anybody have any more comments about these before we go look at the forest?
A lot of people are excited. Knight of the Phoenix says, "Gotta rotate the light color and make some disco eggs."
Right. Then unfortunately, Odin Forge is here.
Oh yeah, Odin Forge says they remind me of the movie Critters.
Mm-hmm.
Zanako says no one would ever tell Stefan anything. ... Which I think Stefan might be Zanako right now.
Man, if there was like a pulsing.
Oh. Well, see, this is great backwards compatibility, like showing.
Yeah, so buy the Hellscape light panels or regret it.
Don't regret it.
Maybe we need to. Man, anyway, okay. I'm gonna unplug this so I can move this build, and then this is when things are gonna. This is where the stream could possibly go off the rails. Because yeah, it should be good. We'll go to the wide hit. So I gotta move the. I have to move the other build over here, which I gotta go round up Grayson, make sure he's got clothes on, and get him to help me move this move the other build in here because it's a two-person load. But boom. Hey, here's a other. Well, I guess we can ask at the end of like. I'm curious if what other like are there any other things that people would like to see broken down in the build breakdowns? Like, do you want me to take it apart? Do you want to see like I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe build of the month is becoming deconstruction of the month too.
Well, maybe that's right. I mean, that was my thought. Was like I don't know what like I do these builds. I spend a lot of time thinking about it. Like I can show off the air if there's things that would be helpful to people. Right? Where did the mic go? That's a little here. You know, if there's things that would be helpful to people that we could show off when we have it, like let us know.
Yeah, I mean, always for the viewers, you can let us know in the Discord or like any of our other social channels. I feel like Discord is where they collect the best, and like we can interact with you very clearly. Discord also has like notifications and stuff where like we're kind of swamped, so like no pun intended, with a lot of different social channels. Ha 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 ha.
Jokes! She's gonna be telling them all night.
Yeah.
Riffin' and raffin'.
Riffin' and raffin', that's the Griffin guarantee.
Oh, you son of a...
Alcohol
abuse. I spilled my cider.
Oh, no.
Oh, man. Hang on. So why don't we start the... let's start the starter dungeon giveaway.
Great. Do you have a keyword or should I choose one?
Disco eggs.
Disco eggs. All right, 2 words.
Wait, are we allowed to do 2 words? Is that... Chris always said no.
Let me check. Oh, yeah, we can do 2 words. So, disco eggs. That's a plural eggs, and that's singular disco.
Yeah, who said disco?
Space in between disco eggs.
Yep. All right.
All right, so while everybody's entering the giveaway,
this is gonna go.
He's gonna set up a scene for everybody. It's gonna be a little bit out of commission. He also might have to clothe the child, which everybody who is an adult / parent / former child should know. That's one of the most difficult things to do. I mean, already in isolation, it's hard enough to just put pants on. So you know the drill. It's like some griefing for him. Like put your F's in the chat. Like pouring out for your homeboy Nate. He's got to do a lot right now. He also hasn't had dinner, sadly.
But, don't remind me.
He's had a plentiful amount of harvest. So I've eaten enough for the both of us. That's the... Anyway, my life is great. I think that's what I'm trying to get at.
Oh, we should do the Facebook, Facebook giveaway. Facebook giveaway.
What's up? Oh, he's gone. So now that it's just me, I want to thank you all sincerely for coming out. We have so much fun with you guys, and it's like insane to connect with our community live, because we do get to connect with you on like Twitter, Facebook, and like Discord, or like even the forums. But like to have you live in chat and like interacting with us where we can have a conversation is nuts. It's another level, and that's why we do love giving away things and like doing the giveaways as much as we can. We're trying to build a community so that we can actually feel connected with you, because the feeling we get at like visiting conventions or doing stuff like that, it's like so sincere. We hear about how much people love like using our products, or like even just love D&D in general. Oh hey, oh my gosh, and it's life-changing. It's so good to hear from like the public, because it puts a face with the name and it's very fun. But it looks like hello, we have a mini Nate on screen.
So what we're gonna do is you're gonna take this side here. We're gonna take this and we just put it over on the workbench.
So for the Facebook giveaway, while they're getting the workbench stuff ready, I'm gonna assume you're all doing drum rolls at home, you know, because I can't hear it. But Daryl Booley won our Facebook fan group.
Okay, so
I'll be messaging him.
Yeah.
We are
very heavy
live now, so I'll message after all of this. But if you're in the chat, congratulations. Thank you for watching in the chat. If you're not in the chat, surprise, surprise. You just want a prototype that's signed by all the artists who actually helped hand sculpt, hand paint, and like make Wildlands and Dread Hollow become a thing. So this is the most detail you're going to see a sculpt, and it's hand painted by one of our hand painters, not like one of our like. It's our lead hand painter, so it's special. It's like the masterwork quality. But congrats.
I want to fall off.
No.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, look at that build coming in.
These guys helped me load it in the car. Whoa! They helped me load it in the car too, which was awesome. Hawken, you want to say hi to everybody? Yeah, let's get this.
Hi, Hawken.
They're over. The audience is over there. If you want to say hi. Wait.
Hi.
Here, do you want to say hi?
Oh, my tingles.
They can see you. You see that? So, wait, we turn this off. Let's turn
Hi.
this off. Hey. Kuchabunk. You want to say hi?
Hi.
Did you like this build? Did you think it was cool?
Mhm.
Yeah. These guys helped me. I should have put a picture of it. We have a teddy bear, Ta Bear to be precise, invaded this build earlier today, which was hey. It's Hawkins.
Chris has called them halflings, which I think is accurate.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Ready to go now?
Yeah, we're good. Thank you guys. You're the best. Thanks, Wiz. All right. So, let's bring back the Twitch commander. All right. So this was the second part of the game, which once again, if I split this thing into two, then I could have let milked each side, right? So the idea here was they had to get one of the players was now this giant apex primordial version of a woad, and they had to get her to the spirit tree. Let me show the. I'll show the. Oh, did we do the giveaway? Did someone win? Who won?
We did the Facebook giveaway. We have not done the.
Did I win?
One.
Should we do it now?
Sure. And then while we're going to roll it, do you want to get the fan builds up? Is that too much work?
Well, I forgot to load the pictures, but let's see.
Cool. We got it.
I
we
have
the
the
Starter
video.
Dungeon giveaway. This is a 1-minute warning. Go ahead and put disco eggs in the chat. We're going to be giving away a starter dungeon. We do that pretty much every week on the Anvil streams. So if you don't win this week, keep tuning in. It's a very basic dungeon, but it has everything that you would need. It has a treasure pile, vaulted walls, vaulted corners, lots of floor space, and it sticks on your fridge or in your bathtub, as Nate has discovered during,
it's true.
Like having to teach your kids how to be clean.
These are facts.
So, disco eggs, a space in the middle. You can do caps or neither. It doesn't matter either way. But we're just kind of happy to give back to the community. Thanks you guys for joining Facebook, and if you didn't, thanks for joining the Discord or the just like joining us on Twitch. It's good to see you all.
It is the best hanging out with everybody.
Yeah, it's real. So I'll go ahead and roll it. 5, 4, 3, 2,
3, 2,
1. Oh, DMN Games, which has been here. He's been a very faithful follower. Congrats, DMN.
We have so many wonderfully awesome faithful followers. It's just like it's the best.
He actually has won before.
What?
Yeah,
he
won
rolled
like
2 nat
2.5
20s
months ago too.
Oh man, I did not. Wait, what? Oh, no. I have a hate relationship with OBS, this streaming. Although Chris would say, in its defense, Chris would say that it's because it just doesn't work on a Mac. So
I would say, in its defense, there's very few that work better on a Mac. But I would also say it doesn't work on Windows either. So we are in the changing times where this is the best early prototype of streaming software, and in 5 years, it's gonna look archaic. It's gonna look like an
Yeah.
iPod Shuffle.
Well, I'll tell you what, you can't beat the price.
Yeah, you really can't.
Free is, it's pretty awesome. Oh man, it's not.
Free, yeah, free's my kind of deal.
Alright, I need two more for the. Oh, you know what I can do? Here,
What could you do?
we'll show the video. So
Okay.
this is so our photo of the week also has a video,
Yes.
which I will play, and it is from our buddy Shad Ross. Hello,
One for
Shad.
you. I'm gonna
out
do a
there.
bathroom break.
Okay. Bio
Okay.
break. See you in a sec. So here's a video, and then we'll have a couple of photos, and we'll talk about why Shad is awesome. Boom. Alright, hang on. I'll be there in a sec. I know I gotta transition back. Getting there. This is. Oh, live streaming. Alright, so. Boom. Alright, let's check that out. So here's a couple of stills from. So Shad has been a long time DF collector, and he does. You can hire him to do parties, bar mitzvahs, whatever. Like he'll come with his, he'll write an adventure. He'll bring his terrain. He'll bring all these lights. He's awesome. We did. He came and helped us set up for D&D Live last year. He's just awesome. He knows how to craft a scene in an amazing way. Will this work if I? And he runs. I think he runs. He runs at least one game a week, and I think he runs one and plays in one, or he's running 2 games a week, which is just.
This is Shad.
Yeah, it's like just exhausting to even think about. I can't think, but he great use of the fog monster. And you know what I would love that he does a bunch is he has these neat clear overlays that he puts over the 4x4 LED floor to create that effect on the floor there, which is something I think we're gonna copy for Wildlands. Like it's just such a cheap, awesome effect that cheap isn't it? We can sell them really affordably, and it just looks great. So yeah.
DMN Games would like to know if it's using Fog Monster 1 or Fog Monster 2.
I think it's 1 because 2 hasn't shipped yet, right? I don't believe 2 is shipped yet. I didn't get mine.
Right. So. Didn't they just end their campaign less than like a month ago?
Yeah. Yeah. And the only difference between 1 and 2, well, I think there's a new fan in 2. There's an on and off switch. I don't think there's any other major there's the unit, the fog creating unit is still the same. So I don't know what I can't remember. You have to go watch the Kickstarter, but it wasn't like a radical difference. And they actually had the thing you could just get the topper for it if you wanted. So we should do our other piece of fan.
Oh yeah.
Fan awesomeness. I'm holding it up. I'm loading
Facebook?
it up. I'm right. Yes, Mr. Dent. You want to tell the tale?
Sure. So, about a month ago, Aaron and I had a painting stream on a Friday, and the winner was given an unpainted tutor, and it happened to be a very faithful watcher, Denth, who's on our Facebook page, and like he's always commenting everywhere. He's awesome. But he had said that, like, this is quote Denth. My fiance Jessica won the giveaway with Mason Aaron at Dwarven Forge for the unpainted Tudor house and paintbrushes. Thanks again for that, DF family. She was so excited, and she bought even more paints and an extra set of brushes. Then I ordered an extra house to paint for myself so we could do it together. This will be our first time tonight, painting Dwarven Forge. Paint night, date night with my partner in crime and the woman I love, painting houses for something I have loved since I was a child. Totally excited to get in there. Thanks again, Dwarven Forge. Special thank you to Nate, Mace, Aaron, and Stefan Caporni for giving us another passion in life. Which, like, this is just such a fun date night idea, and also just way to spend your quarantine. Is like, you have the time. If you want to paint your minis, go for it. If you want to paint your minis with somebody else, even better. Like, bonding experience.
Like, how awesome is that? Like,
yeah, no, it was so touching to see that.
And look at the houses; they look fantastic. They really, yeah. No, so it warms our heart to hear these sort of things. Right, the fact that we can, we can create something that people bond over is amazing. Right, there's so many between what people are creating at the game table or sitting down and painting for prepping or whatever. Like, it's just, to be able to create an emotional experience in people's lives with our art projects is it's pretty amazing. So thanks for letting us know about these things. It means a lot to us.
Yeah.
Thanks for the support, and hope you win again. All right, so let's look at this thing. Oh, everybody should follow Shad. Do we have his thing? He's really active on Twitter and always.
Oh yeah, Shad Ross.
Oh, he's the best. He's posting all sorts of cool stuff all the time.
Let me find his
I love that
his
guy.
at symbols and everything.
Yeah.
But he genuinely has some insane photography skills, especially when it comes to like build for minis. So. And
he is. We should have put. I should ask him permission to show it. He did. His daughter was building a castle. She's 1.5 for the Win DF Castle contest.
Oh.
She was like, it was like the most adorable. He's like,
he goes by like Hyperion. If you guys have seen that,
Hyperion Terrain
PDX.
Yeah, you can hire Shad if you want. He'll come fly and bring in all that stuff and make a crazy setup for you and run a game. He's just like the sweetest dude too. And he's like, but yeah, we spent a bunch of time in LA for D&D Live together. And he's like solid. He and Method Man and I were roaming around LA together. It was good times. All right, so let's look at this encounter number 2 here. So I got a little cutscene video. This is the other. This is the iPhone classic. Another one. This one's again. So this is me, 4 lights, an iPhone, and a little bit of time in the basement, and it was like boom. Right? It's like,
that's how it started.
Oh, and a couple of fog monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell I didn't finish. Yeah, this is the stuff you were missing out on when we were playing with like. Yeah. And this isn't color corrected or anything. This is just like right out of the iPhone.
I genuinely was like very impressed with the hill overhead anyway, but like seeing that behind it.
Yeah, it's fun. I had it coming out of the thing originally, but then it was too much to look cooler from behind. But it's just one orange light, a couple of blue lights, and a fog monster, and call it a day. Anyway, so that was this build. The concept. Whoa, it's too big for the. Also a little blown out. Too big for the overhead. Hang on. We adjust it. I have to get the.
Go big and go home.
Yeah.
Isolation 101.
Is this the age? Oh man, this is really too big.
So I guess to start with that, one of the lessons we learned for like bigger builds is to do a different zoom on the terrain.
Well, I was supposed to move the damn camera and I forgot,
Yeah.
right? Like I was going to zoom in, like once we established I was going to zoom in so you could see it.
Well, it's something we can definitely do and we'll do next time and everything too. So it's like a fantastic build, and big isn't like a huge problem either. It's like we have the capabilities, but like we're gonna make sure that like in the future with stuff like this.
Yeah, nobody could see where the minis were, and
Yeah,
what
but it's
exactly
like
is
an
going
awesome
on.
build, and I like that video too. We have to figure out how to get the players to see that, because that is like,
Yeah, well, that was the whole.
I was already so into it, and then seeing that would have just blown my mind.
That was the whole point, was to kind of set the stage and set the mood, and make it like trying to make the experience immersive and
it
fun.
still
And yeah,
was very immersive. I think
Well,
that
you guys-
I just would have like lost some marbles if
you
I
guys
had
couldn't
seen
hear the music either.
Yeah,
This is the other.
we're working on it.
Yeah,
But yeah,
we get there.
step at a time.
All right, so let's look at this. I should have, maybe I should switch. Maybe I should swing the lens, because I have, this is the close. Should I get wider? Do people want to be able to see
Yes.
more on the wide cam? All right, so let me change. I gotta change lenses. You want to see? Because this is like. Yeah, you can't really see. But you know what? I can't show it.
What?
This is the other thing you couldn't read on camera. Oh wait, I'm not on the. Back to the. Wait, what?
What?
Uh-oh. Did I lose? Oh no.
Oh, there we go. So this is our newest scene that we're unveiling to you guys right now. Please do not screenshot. It's so exclusive. The FBI is after us for. Oh, here we go. All right.
That was scary. Lost the thing. So the other thing that didn't read was I'd rigged up the Apex Primordial with lights, and this one I can't get. There were purple.
Cool.
There were purple lights. Hex had purple lights and white lights. The purple lights, I don't know why I can't get them to go on. And then the bad guy had the green lights. Where's he? And I didn't.
Kaijus. You keep calling them kaijus, and I'm so here for it, because my whole life I've been like, I'm chibi, everybody else is kaiju.
Well, this was supposed to be that. It was supposed to be the big battle of these guys, but it didn't. You couldn't see it on the camera, like the webcam. They just got blown out.
You could tell there was lights, but you couldn't.
You couldn't see that it was on the like.
This looks amazing though. This is a good view.
Yeah.
I would go down a little. There you go.
Hang on, I'm coming over here.
You got it.
Right, so this was the genesis of it. It was like I want to have like Apex Primordials wrestling in front of the spirit tree, and being one of them is a player, and I sort of had to reverse engineer how do we make that happen.
That was the best part. That was awesome. Also, like, oh.
Chris was like, he's like, I don't know, she might be upset when you murder her. And I was like, no, I think she's gonna roll with it.
Yeah. When Nina ran a game, she also pretty much made Casey the traitor in that game. I feel like Casey's very like, she'll roll with the punches.
Yeah, she's cool like that. All right, so let me swing the lens. We'll go back to the overhead, and then we'll talk about.
Is there a way to get a parts list tonight?
Oh, jeez, Louise. Okay, so here's. No.
Just like approximately how many wildlands and which wildland?
Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me get the lens, and then we'll talk about it. So once again, the problem, and I know it's like a tease for you guys, right, to see this thing and not know what's in it. And I get it, but it. Oh man, wrong bag. Hold on. Ugh. But the reality is I can't do like a freeform creative build like this to a parts list, if that makes sense. Like I need.
You lost camera.
Oh wait, I didn't transition. Oh, man. Wow, I forgot I'm in
regardless, Odin Forge says that his wife told him that they need LED lights in them, and despite all your rage, they are just still primordials with no
in a cage.
Yeah.
This is the second Smashing Pumpkins reference in a week. Chris had was it?
What can I say? We're all angsty in the '90s. It turns out.
Yeah, dude, that was my era. But anyway, so the a parts list, like I can't do a build like this to a parts list. I need I do the build of the month with a parts list so that so we can make something that's that you can actually get, but I can't do these to a parts list. But I can sort of figure out what. Hang on, I need to. Where's my rim light? Hold on, so I can fix this light.
I don't know if you can juggle this question because like it's from me. But
I've heard of
does it make sense in the future for when builds are being dismantled, if they're being dismantled by somebody other than you, could that person just make a skew set list kind of thing?
Yeah, potentially. But
So potentially it could happen, but the answer short for now is no.
Not
and
while I'm in my basement doing this by myself.
Yeah, it's another thing of like not only are we a very small office, like small team that does a lot of work, but on top of it, right now we are all separate, so all the work we do has to be channeled into the computer. Yeah. Lots of fun, very personable.
But we understand.
It's hard to help other people out, so.
Yeah. But we understand your the one inside everything. So I will tell you this. This build is, I don't know, it's at least 1.5 Dread Hollows, maybe I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't know what it is. It's
approximately 1.5.
It's not.
Nobody needs the exact. Don't worry.
It's not more than 2 Dread Hollow forests.
All right. That's a great start.
Well, no, I lied because of the floors. So it's not more than 2 Dread Hollow forests plus some light forest packs for the 2x3 floors, or the 3x6 floors, and it's got a couple of banks packs, and then it's got some wildland stuff in there, just to keep you on your toes. Well, let's look at it from the. I don't even know where to start on this thing. Well, let's start at the big picture. Right? Let's see if I can get back here.
So Azure Cobalt would like to know if there's open forest terrain in small packs.
Not enough, not well enough, unfortunately, yet. We're working on it. Like these, basically you want a ton of these things, right? So which we don't have an easy way to get those yet. And we should, actually, I gotta look at, we made a couple new compositions. I can't remember. I don't know. I was trying to make those easier to get. So maybe there is a. Do you guys want to wait 1 second? I look at the new composition list.
Yeah, they can wait a second. We're getting a new composition for you guys. Trying to tailor this content to your interests. That's
If I crash the stream, it's not my fault.
If he crashes it, it's not his fault. His last name's Taylor, and that's why he's trying to make it, more personalized for you guys. But while that's happening, if you guys want to just let us know your favorite color, your favorite piece, the best adventure you've ever been on, and give us a 600-word essay, please. You can't use any adjectives as filler words. You can only use them as very precise words. Thorisdale says, I remember talking to Nate about the need for more of those open forest set compositions at PAX East.
Yep, I remember it too.
He says, thumbs up, Thorisdale. Scottish Jeff says, got my seatbelt on. Denth says, Mace, I already sent it to you, which is true. He's definitely sent a lot of love letters about our work. So you get the pass, you get extra credit, but everybody else, 600 words, double spaced.
So they're not. So we didn't do it. It was one of the ones that got killed. I basically we couldn't do. I had a lot of stuff I wanted to reconfigure for Dread Hollow, and we couldn't afford to get all of the sets that we wanted to do. So that one is I wanted to do an advanced builder set that didn't happen.
It's on hold, or it's just a no?
Yeah, not right now. Well, not in this current restock that we have.
It's on pause.
Yeah. All right. So this thing, let's clear these guys out for a sec so you can see what's going on. Boom, boom, boom. So the premise was the players. Maybe I should do the. You can see it all from here. The players would start here, and they wanted to go journey to the spirit tree, which had some cool light coming up out of it. And then when they got here, the bad guys were going to come over here. And I realized in the game I didn't have enough time. I didn't really play up the Fae more, right? They had some thing, and they'll be back. And this guy, I painted this guy up, and you can never even see him. This little, this satyr from Otherworld, who's just awesome. He's got such attitude. I love this.
Closer.
Oh, here, let's see if we can. Oh, wait, there's no light. This little guy, he's like.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's hard to see, but
yeah,
I can imagine horns on a mini.
Yeah, he's not. He's a badass satyr.
I love satyrs.
Yeah, but he anyway. So I didn't play those. I don't know. I needed once again. I should have run it as 2 different sessions, and I could have done this one up like bonkers. But anyway,
it's just learning progress because you're gonna have so many more streams. Just know what to fit in, and then know what to save and keep going.
I want it all. That's.
I know you want it all, and you can have it all. You just have to space it out over a moderate amount of time.
I thought Mike Patton said you want it all, but you can't have it.
I'm
going back to the 90s.
I never said that.
Oh, Mike Patton, Faith No More, eh? No?
It's not me.
It's
epic certainly does
song?
Not sound like Mace Griffin.
You want it all? No, that song? No? You can have it. So,
no, that's not me.
No. So anyway, so the players start here, bad guys are here, and they're both trying to get to the tree. And the idea was to have a relatively open area to play. It was a little diorama-y that I wanted to clutter out the sides so it would look cool on camera. And then actually maybe this overhead is easier to see the.
2 questions.
2 answers.
Is Dread Hollow Trees in pre-order? Says me202.
They will be shortly.
Okay.
Soon.
And then
soon.
Gypsy Rover would like to know if the Dread Hollow Banks and Forest will also be in restock.
Yes, they will be.
Our buddy Odin Forge would like to know exactly how big this is. Trying to count the tiles, but my eyes are crossing.
It's this. So these trays, I love these. These are document trays for, I don't know, people who have documents made out of lead because they're really heavy duty. I think it's $100 for 2 of them. And they're 2 feet by 3 feet on the inside with just they've got a 1/4 inch of wiggle room, which is great. So it's a 2 foot by 3 foot build, which is kind of ideal for wilderness for streaming, except when you don't move your camera closer.
It's
but
good
whatever.
For war games too.
Yeah, maybe a little small. I don't know. For war games, I guess you could do 2 of them.
3 foot is the small grid is 3 by 3.
But you could do 2 of these and make a 3 by 4.
Ooh,
yeah.
And
they have a little, and they stack. What's cool is these things they stack. They're just over 2 inches high, and they stack. So I can, I don't know if you can see here. Wait, we're going rogue. We're going off the. Yeah, they were like a game changer because I'm in the submarine here. I have limited space, and we'll go off the. If you see them over yonder, there, so you can have a build down on. See, there's a. Let me get closer. There's no light in here, but you can see there's a build in there. No,
I do. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So you can build on multiple levels and stack them and have room, and not take up too much desk space, which is ideal. Or put my documents under them on the other side. I don't know. Anyway, so it's 2 feet by 3 feet.
All right. Imi says, "OMG, we are off the grid."
I know. We've all this work to get a 1-inch grid, and then we've just wandered off into the dark, unclean area. All right.
I do like this angle a lot better, though. You can actually see the incline on the hills.
Yeah. Fun.
The other one, it was a good angle. It showed everything, but it was a little bit more. It just
flat.
Seemed 2D in comparison.
Well, then you go overhead and it looks really flat, right? You're
Right, exactly. Jump Paxis wants to know if we attend Northern California cons, and at the current moment, would no, and we don't have any cons for the rest of the year besides virtual ones.
Yeah, Stefan loves to go to KublaCon in San Francisco, but I don't know. Yeah, it takes too much out of us to go to. Cons we're a tiny company and cons take a lot out of us. So it's a PAX and a Gen Con in a regular year, or maybe 2 PAXs if we get
Hit
aggressive.
the big ones, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So the idea was make this thing was I wanted a bunch of open playable space, a couple of interesting levels, and kind of some clutter in between. And the idea was that there theoretically would clash in here where there's kind of like a bottleneck with some stuff. Let's actually go back to the 3D, the close cam. All right. So there was some interesting kind of elevation-y clutter in here to kind of make it fun. And then the idea was to have like different ways to get up here if you wanted to work your way up. And one of the big building challenges on this is working around the straight escarpments have. Can I get in there without thing? Man, that lens is too wide. The straight escarpments have this tree on them, which is my big regret. I mentioned this a couple of times. So I was trying to do, you're trying to do a long straight run, it gets super repetitive. So I was basically trying to find ways to dodge not doing 2 of those in a row. And we don't have a 3-inch escarpment, so there's a couple of spots where I wanted to do 3 inches and had to cheat. So let me show you a couple of these little cheats that we did, and then we'll, I don't know what else we'll look at. We can have some questions or whatever. So,
Amy says, I wish we could get a pic JPEG of the builds, then put them into Roll20 while we are all remote.
yes.
It would be fun to play Dread Hollow or Wildlands built by Nate.
We could do that. We could take a picture.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not familiar with D20, but it seems fairly simple, so we can figure it out.
Roll20,
sure.
I think, right?
Did somebody cast an enlarged spell on Hex?
Yes.
It says Scottish Jeff.
Tessimar, Toby, with the enlarged, because, who doesn't want, like, the 50-foot elemental? Maybe you can see that. So over here is a little gag. Well, I had a 3-inch. I had a 3-inch gap that I needed to fill. So I used some Dread Hollow pieces. Do a little this. Do a little that. Boom. And voila. Did my hand block that? I couldn't see. Did you see what I
mean,
I don't know.
no, for the most part we can see it.
Yeah. And then I did that same gag over in the back
Nerd
corner.
Land EAG
you can't see it.
sent us a lot of cheer bits, and so did Nerd.
What's
even more. Nerd Land EAG is giving us a lot of cheer bits.
What's a cheer bit?
It's like a tip, like here you go, bartender. Thanks for the awesome Manhattan.
Oh well, How do we?
And then subscribed.
What do we do with the?
You cheer. You give them the 7 o'clock cheer.
What do we do with the cheer bit?
You just clap.
We're like the only ones in our neighborhood. Well, no, there's a couple of people in our neighborhood that do the 7 o'clock cheer, mostly because the kids love banging pots and pans like crazy, and it's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
It echoes off the buildings and it's so then the other gag. So what other fun little gags? So I did over. Oh no, I lost.
You got it.
Is it back?
So 1979 Drago says, I'm considering giving Dragon Con a try since Gen Con is canceled.
Yeah, I've heard good things about Dragon Con. It's massive too, right? So
yeah,
there's that. Let me see if I can get this thing up.
Seems like we're back on the video image.
Yeah, I think it was only on for a sec. Hopefully. What was I going to show? Oh, this. So this was another that I did once again to avoid the straight. I just stuffed Dread Hollow pieces in the cave mouth escarpment to just turn it into a.
Whoa!
Just to turn that into a straight cliff.
How long did this take you to build?
Oh, I don't know. Not I don't know, a couple hours maybe. Maybe an hour. I don't.
Like 2 to 3 kind of couple.
Yeah, tops. I think. Okay. I don't know. It was. What? Once again, time. Who knows? We're in whatever.
Oh yeah,
But
absolutely. I
it
get
was
that.
over a course of a couple of days. Like it was, I think I did it. Well, no, because I shot it Saturday night. I
Mm.
started it on Friday night, I think, and then I did a little bit of cleanup on it Saturday, and then because I shot the goblin, the exterior, I had to rate like I only have so many Dread Hollow pieces, so I built the goblin exterior, and then tore that down, and then built this, uh, and then I tweak it. I'll do the build, then I'll look at it with fresh eyes in the morning and like tweak it, whatever. But it wasn't like an exorbitant amount of time. But I did, what I did do is I initially only had the spirit tree up one level, and then I went up a second level because I was like, it's just
You
not.
buffed it up a level.
Yeah, it wasn't grand enough. So that was. Oh, here's
No,
another.
I do love the slow slope. It's like
Yeah,
it
this
shows a
irks
lot
me. I don't
about
know why.
how much an incline you can get with. I mean, it's not a small space, but it's not that huge either. Like I've seen
Yeah.
builds that are entire tables or entire rooms. So.
Yeah, no, it's like a realistic size build.
Yeah.
So this I did four of these the convex corners here, and then just jammed this under here is a this is a just a Dread Hollow. I mean, no, a Aaron Thor piece under there. Bunch of stilts. We're on a terrain tray that's on some stilts. Everything's just stilts under there, right? Stilts and terrain trays, and then
Smoke and mirrors.
all smoke and mirrors, and then bridged it with the bank piece to make a kind of little cave, and then a couple of bits. Because once again, I was trying to dodge do too many straights in a row. And then what other fun bits around here that I wanted to show? A little fun build. Here's a fun. If you run out of where is it? If you run out of banks pieces, there's banks running into a this is an Aaron Thor rock lump, which works really nicely with the banks around that corner. And what was the other fun? I thought there was one other fun thing I figured out in here. I don't know. We got so for Wildlands. Someone was asking about Wildlands pieces. Let's see what we got in here.
Yes. I know on the Anvil we kind of covered your background in D&D, but like for like a precursor, you've been doing this for a very long time, so you kind of have the creative juices flowing for your like adventure campaigns and everything. Like when did you start using terrain? I know you built it at a very young age, so like do you give people like an idea?
I didn't start using. Well, I couldn't ever afford DF terrain, right? It was always too expensive.
Right.
So I didn't actually own. I had a resin dungeon. You know what I had back in? Oh man, literally 30 years ago or 29 years ago. There was a someone had made like modular dungeon terrain that was it was just like a metal sheet and these little plastic walls that had a magnet on the bottom that were like really thin, that were beveled, so you could build a thing and you could just sort of build like a dungeon out of that. So I had that, and I did a little bit, but generally, you know what? I didn't. I was a theater of the mind guy, and then I started LARPing, and that really made me not want to quantify things, right? Like I didn't like making a build. I don't know. There's something about like running around in an actual woods and doing other stuff that made it less exciting. Trying to build the miniature world, it was never going to be quite as cool as the real world because I didn't have but this stuff didn't exist yet, like at this level. So it was like I wasn't so into it. But then I had a resin set that I'd gotten at some point, but then I didn't have. Just had like a basic resin dungeon set, which I really liked, but I didn't really start building with DF terrain in earnest until KS1 when I could actually afford enough to do something big.
But you made like a LARP sword as your first foam.
Oh yeah. No, I
Or you made
was
it to do, like,
building.
foam adventuring.
I was
going.
building stuff for I've been building stuff forever, right? That's like
Well, I was gonna say
sewing
these even
and
look very close to the foam
ah
box that I've
again.
seen too. So
Well,
it's like
the
amazing what you can do with little.
yeah, it's just shapes,
Oh,
right?
we lost the camera.
It should be back now. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason we mock
Yes.
it up to figure out if it's gonna work, and then the sculptors make it actually look pretty and turn it into a real thing. But, put this guy here. Ah, just lost an apex primordial.
Me says, I wonder how each of us started at our DF collecting/collection phase. I started because I'm in a campaign that I used it and I was hooked. Anyone else?
Nice.
Scottish Jeff says, was visually
Uh-oh.
disappointing. Oh, for the I think the early thing. Oh, you have to push. Oh, you got it.
Yep.
So on the camera, you have to push cancel. You have to hit the OK button.
You got like an 8-second delay or something. So I'm already.
Okay, just making sure.
Excuse me.
Jeez. Oh, bless you.
All right. So what else was I gonna say? Oh, so I guess for the actual execution of this, like on the table, my theory was for this fight, was that this thing, I had a couple of quicklings, 4 quicklings in there, and a couple of blink dogs. The idea was these fast, annoying things were going to be zipping around you guys, but then Hex was going to be able to just like lay stuff out with her.
Her stats were insane.
Yeah, she literally had 500 hit points.
Yeah.
Yes, because how much fun is that? I was going to show you Wildlands pieces. I totally forgot what was going on. So this will be in the Wildlands. It's a cool log. This will be a topper in the Wildlands. This stump topper up here. This piece is affectionately known as the banana boat.
Yes.
Wait, I gotta focus that banana boat. There it is. This will be in Wildlands, and I'm using this to cover up the insert hole. Because they didn't have any inserts other than the plant, which the poison bloom, which is too crazy.
There was an interesting question about that. I established that the Burrows insert was different than the upcoming Wildlands insert hole. Is there going to be something that makes it compatible one way or the other?
I don't know. If we you see that? Whoop.
Neophoia says banana boat looks great.
Yeah, banana boat's badass. Here, something like this. It's the you see that thing? I have a mock for it. I don't know if we'll actually do it or not, but it's it would be like a dirt lump piece, that you could put in. The big selling point for me on making it, besides the cool Burrows compatibility, is it would then it would make a neat. Oh, let's put a. Yeah, it would make a neat transition, right? It would be a really cool way to go down into something, awesome. Right? You'd obviously have to imagine it sculpted, but
but like,
yeah, and then also
there's so many transitions that you could use in that, and like the dirt of a lot of the burrows also could blend well with the forest tiles.
Yeah, and you could put your eggs in there.
All your eggs in one basket. The opposite of what we have done with this. But that looks awesome.
Where's the spiky? Where are my spikes? Where? Oh, I know I have them in here. Man.
Scottish Jeff says, need a metal hatchway going down into the dungeon. Yak666 says, could put a hazard underneath. Or
could
Cool
put the-
Hidden Ladder says Nerdland. Yeah.
Mind you're nailing these names tonight.
Excuse me. If you had to read these,
Oh, it's the
it's like IAG. Nerdland, I got. That's English.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, look at that.
you could put like a.
Spikes are good.
I mean, spikes. How do you go wrong? Right?
Nerdland IA.
Nerdlandia.
Okay, yeah. And then G.
Nerdlandiang.
Yeah, okay, great job. Sounds exactly like how I said it.
Nerdlandia G. It's like.
Nerdlandia G. The OG of Nerdlandia.
Huh.
Argit Cave it. So somebody else.
Wait.
Telling me how to pronounce their names.
Who was it?
Please, just at the next time you guys chat, just like send your pronunciations at the beginning. I promise I'm gonna try my best.
You need a name like Justice or Odin Forge. Just so that's just like,
Yeah.
all right, we get it.
No, it's cool. I mean, this is what happens. I'm gonna try my best to pronounce them right, but it's always gonna be wrong, and I hope that you guys accept that as a bit.
They just have to because it's the reality, right?
Yes, but that sandpit looks very good.
Yeah, it could be a
I like
thing.
the negative space of terrain trays underneath the
other
transition piece.
The other big sell is it's nice to give people things that work with things they already have and reward the people that have got stuff, right? So like if you bought the burrows, it's cool if there's a piece in here that you can use with your burrows, you know, or transition to either or whatever. Oh no, the video is
You got it.
All right. So this thing is gonna be, I think we showed this before, is the sort of hidden burrows lump. So this is like you can do that also for a cool transition down, or you can put it up against another piece for a transition or whatever. That'll be in Wildlands. This thing will be in Wildlands. Did we show this thing yet? This massive hummock. I don't know.
I don't think we have. If we have, it was very sparingly.
Well, it's gonna be modified a little bit. It's gonna get a little bigger.
Oh.
Yeah, there's some things afoot. But what's let's see if it works. No, it's designed also to fit with the have the stump lump. Whoa, why are you not sitting on there? Something's amiss. Why are we Well, conceptually, it's supposed to sit nicely with the big stump lump and the. Are these the other two? Man, I can't remember the geometry. It's been a little while. I can't remember. Was this the one that had a double? I think these. I have to fiddle with it. But there's another.
No. You're thinking of Sir Fitz-a-Lot.
No,
Are you sure?
Yeah. I trust me. I spent a long time playing with this
No,
geometry.
you're right. You're right. Sorry.
No, there was. It's one of the other. Maybe it's the large and the small. There's two of these that are two of the lumps that fit together that fit on this together. I don't have all the lumps here. I can't remember. If I had them all together, I could.
I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, they nestle together and nestle around this.
Yeah.
And they're. I don't remember which. It might be. Who am I missing here? I'm missing the large swamp. It's the large and the small swamp lumps together sit on this.
Okay.
Also, but anyway, so this is the large hummock will be in there, and this is supposed to be if Rabbit Burner hasn't gone to sleep yet. This is supposed to be like a war game friendly piece, right? That you can just slap out on your battle mat and have some instant elevation, and it plays really nicely conceptually. If I can get that in there. You can do something like that with an insert. Woo! We're beansing tonight.
Lots of beans.
Yeah.
Bees?
And it's gonna have a.
Oh, my dad says hi.
Hey, what's up? What's your dad's name?
His name's Ed.
Ed. Ed's a big fan. He wants to get a job at Jordan Forge, right?
No, he's like, this is his retirement plan.
Yeah. we're gonna have two holes on the side here, so you can attach your suspension bridge to it. Whoever, put this on the edge of a cliff, and do some fun shenanigans there. Ooh, there's a little lizard on there. Whee!
Nerdlandia G says I ordered a ton of Kraken dice.
Ooh. When we were looking to do dice, we reached out to a couple of companies, and Kraken was one of them. And they were just like, "Yeah, we're kind of too busy to do something with you." We're like, "All right." And I'm really glad actually they said no, because at that same day we also got an email back from Die Hard, and they're like, "We would love to do something with you guys."
Fantastic.
They are the greatest people in the world. Like I adore Die Hard. Like they are the nicest people, the most talented artists. They're outrageous. Like they really
the level of concentration they put into their dice too is something I would never have thought needed to still be done, but like because they customize like panoramas and stuff like that, it's kind of like, whoa, they really do care about like fairness and everything. Lots of craftsmanship. What is that?
How do I get out of this?
But with dice in general, are people interested in seeing specific Dwarven Forge dice more often? I know we did a lot of Die Hard campaigns and stuff. So, like, was that good for you guys? Do you like that? Do you like the little purple anvil every time you critical? Oh, people are saying duh immediately.
I just sent you a Slack note.
Okay.
What am I looking for?
Oh, okay.
Alright, so this was the other fun thing I thought we could have, instead of plugging this up, we could have left that open, right, and done. We could have done a little. What's that? Focus. Could have used this as a entrance into certain death, certain darkness.
Very cool. Yeah, the green was an ominous entrance for both aspects. I mean, there wasn't a color, I think, on the second part of the game, but
this had purple
it was
light.
like purple.
Yeah.
There was a light fixture, but it wasn't like a specific like recall from the first red, green, blue.
Yeah, the red, green, blue I just did because it looked like I need to make these look interesting camera size make colors. And I'm like, well, I don't know.
I was thinking like which one's toxic, nauseous, and then you were like blueberry pie, and I was like, oh, I hate blueberries, but that's gotta be safe.
But I was like, I don't know. It'll make it easier to describe which one is which, right? If there's three different color entrances, it's like, I don't know, it's easier to especially when I don't know, presenting players with three choices right out of the gate. You never know where it's gonna go. Let me show you these other. What else we have? There was these lumps will be in there in Wildlands. These are some stump lumps, so you can have some freestanding. These were actually what Hexwode was hurling at the other primordial.
Oh, Jump Axis would like to know if there's a Wormwood dice collab.
No, not currently. There is a Die Hard dice collaboration. We've been working with them on something for months now. They're amazing. Just real innovators. Now we've been talking about doing something with Wormwood, but we're just not. I don't know. We haven't figured out what. Like, I don't know. We would love to do something with Wormwood because those guys are amazing.
Mostly just ogling for now.
Not dice. Yeah. Because I want to do metal. I mean, and the Wormwood is like Level Up was doing those Wormwood dice anyway. So like, but there's something really cool we could do with Wormwood. I also want to do something with Elderwood. There's so many there's so many cool companies in our space that are just amazing to work with. This will be in there. Another stump
we
lump.
work in a good growing. Like this is an insane field to do well in, and then also like the people here are very supportive, and everybody wants to build each other up.
Yeah, no, the rising tide lifts all the.
Cease and desist is what Wormwood does, where they're like, we notice that you're doing something similar to us, let us help you, which is insane.
Well, it's smart because like it keeps them. They want to be industry standard, right? So like, hey, if you're copying our thing, make sure the dimensions are right, so that that it'll work with our other stuff, so that people can get it. Are there any questions about this build? Anything else? Like, what should I? It's already 9:20.
Yeah.
What else do we do during deconstruction?
Would like to know if there's going to be a dice with your face on it.
Ha! No. No, we're not gonna. I'm kind of now having done it, of course. I'm kind of anti doing the. I don't know. I feel like you don't want a bunch of junk on your you don't want a stupid a thing you don't care about on your 20 face or whatever, right? Like you want I don't know. I feel like you want to
make it legible.
Yeah, like the last thing you want is my face on the 20. Like that's yeah. You want to I want a die that you can roll and use and whatever. And we did the Anvil on our Kickstarter die. Oh, we got it right here. But it was purple, so you couldn't know. You know what it is because it's like the it's that special the purple thing. But I don't know. I think I want to make just sort of, I don't want to say generic dice, but just dice that anybody can. You don't need to have to be like, oh, I love Nate, so I want a die that has his face on it. You just go, wow, that die.
Mohawk ASAP. Yeah.
This die is just really cool. I want this die. Of course, that being said, we're making something that's ridiculous and specific and not that at all. But also, we're making some we're making some generic. It's not generic, but dice that have universal appeal that people could really love and enjoy and whatever.
Nerdlandia would like to know what you recommend for his or her first DF set.
The classic remaster dungeon core set, classic dungeon set remaster. What the hell do we call it? The classic dungeon core set remaster. It's got the worst name ever. Yes. We're revising the names, but that set is the best bang for your buck. It's the most usable. You'll just use it for everything.
Oh no! Everybody wants a Nate Mohawk dice now.
No, it's too. I don't know. It's too ego-y. It's
custom make dice. Everybody at home, if you want a Mohawk dice, go ahead and get your Mohawk dice. It's just I don't know if we're gonna produce them. Yeah,
I don't know. I don't want to. It's too ego-y. It's too I don't know. I want to make I want to make a thing that people like. I don't know. It's
artist kind of centered.
Yeah, it's too. I don't know. It's not about me, right? We're making stuff for your table that are for everybody. It's not. I don't know. But I'm flattered. But yeah.
ID says, "Did you guys hear that Wormwood is making a gaming table that's affordable?"
Yes, that is.
They said
super
LOL,
exciting.
But then they said also it's actually $750, which is much more affordable. So.
Yeah, no, it's really exciting. Other than I don't have room for, I don't have a game room. I have the submarine. This is it. It's amazing. I'm really, really excited. I mean, I dream of having the prophecy table. That thing is just, it's
don't
beautiful.
They also have not modular per se, but adaptable tables for stuff like that?
I think you're thinking of hammered game tables.
Is it? I feel like they have pop out sides and stuff. When we played with at the Wormwood party last year. Maybe I am crazy, but I could have sworn it.
Well, you're crazy, but it's good crazy. But, yeah.
Good crazy. Okay. Yeah. Just making things better for myself and my brain.
The top comes off, and there's a well in the prophecy. But
I'll take a wishing well.
No, well for your terrain, but yeah. Like a,
Oh yeah, it's not modular. They're saying. I don't know how I picked
it's
up on
that's the hammered game table
that. Okay.
one, which I love. That guy hammered game's super nice. I was like, that table is not comfortable to sit at. Is my complaint. Which is you want to something if you're sitting at something for hours, it needs to be like a comfortable table.
So before we do the outro, there is one more thing we promised to give away, and that was the your movie.
Oh yeah, Forgetting the Girl.
Blu-ray or DVD.
FTG, that could be the code.
Finding the Girl.
Forgetting the Girl.
Forgetting the Girl.
Yeah, they type in FTG, Forgetting
FTG?
the Girl. FTG.
Okay.
FTG.
Got it.
I cracked the tip off this thing.
So enter FTG in the chat, and then you can get a Blu-ray or DVD version of Forgetting the Girl by Nate Taylor. He's the director.
Was there anything else people want to see on this? Is there anything I should deconstruct? Is there anything that, like, I don't know, what would you like to see in these deconstruction episodes?
One thing that I'd like to see is, like, what were you planning on as, like, having players come into this forest? Because we came in, kind of paid homage to that tree, but then did still do the big fight with the other Apex Primordial to give the gift.
Mm-hmm.
Was that like the plan all along, or were you hoping to use those 500 HP for something else?
No, that was the plan. It was like, I mean, theoretically, once again, if we had, a couple more rounds of combat before the Dryad, basically anytime I do a live game, I need to have a ripcord, right? I need to be a way to stop pull the ripcord and get out so you can keep moving because time is limited. So. Ideally, it would have been a couple more rounds of combat before the Dryad came out, and then you had to sort of roleplay your way out of it. But ideally, you guys could there could have been more. There could have been some kaiju wrestling, the Apex 4 could have gotten in the middle and
Next
just started
time.
Going bonkers. Yeah, and I forgot she was supposed to have
a whole thing about it in New York. It's huge.
Kaiju Big Battle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Brian W. Foster says more live poetry.
Hey, what's he doing here? What's up, dude?
He's requesting more live poetry.
I need a little time to prepare my beat poetry.
Slam.
Hey,
Scottish.
Is he allowed to talk about? Wait,
approximately did you use?
Is he allowed to talk about this Deadwood thing that I want to know more about? Yeah.
Are you allowed to talk about that? Are you gonna whisper it? You should whisper it in the mic and be like, "Hey,
hey, what's going on? We want to do dude, let's do something. I miss you guys. Come back to New York." Yeah, I want to know what's going on. What was the next question?
Approximately how many pieces you used?
1, 2, 3. I don't know. A lot, but not more than one Dread Hollow, but less than 2. Plus a bunch of banks, plus a bunch of Aranthor pieces, plus a bunch of stilts, plus a bunch of Wildland stuff.
Okay. Brian W. Foster says he's going to text you. He's willing to do it a little bit. And then me says no smiley face on Nate's hand/finger this episode.
Oh yeah, no, it was in the
last on the Anvil.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good one.
Yeah, I was what was it? Oh, it was from I think it was a Sharpie.
Yeah, you had 2 Sharpie dots on your finger, which happens to anyone. It looked like goth vampire things, which vampires are already goth, but this is
had
super angsty preteen.
I had some really cool custom fangs.
Oh yeah.
Back in the 90s.
Why do you wear them at LARP?
I cracked one LARPing. Actually, I was playing a 2,000 hit point big boss monster and took a sword to the head and whatever. Oh, I was going to show that this is it's all just stilts, right? So everything's just lofted up with. There we go back to
instead of just rising up.
Yeah, everything inside is.
What kind of stilts?
It's a 35 and a 12 stacked on top of each other. So there's a. Actually, I had sextuplets like a 6 fang, so 3 and 3 on each side, that had like a retainer on the top. They
Oh
were
my
so like
gosh,
massive. And then I
wow.
had the singles. I had a whole bunch of
Starting
I had a
where?
couple of multiple fang custom fangs from.
Like at your canines or
It was the not your middle tooth, the
the incisors?
second, third, and fourth
Okay,
tooth on
yeah,
each side.
that's
Yeah, those were
like a
outrageous.
spider almost.
Yeah.
Chris would like to know if we can get some Dwarvenite cowboy sets.
Hmm. For Deadwood.
Yeehaw, or like
Yeah.
yeena.
Yeah. If there's demand for it, like I don't know how many people are playing a Wild West themed game currently.
I think what you mean to say is ye maybe.
Yeah. You maybe?
Oh, IME says Pixar it didn't happen, Nate, for your incisors.
What happened? What?
For your vampire teeth.
Have them somewhere. And I actually have one. Hang on, where is it? Is it in this drawer? I found one. I have one tooth. Where is it? I think it's in this. Oh yeah, funny. Just you're a hoarder when you have one vampire tooth in your drawer that also has your remote controls. Let's see if it fits. I don't know which side it is.
Ooh. That's cool though. Like I would not let go of like custom teeth things either. But like I would find maybe I wouldn't find a different drawer. That is a specific drawer.
Huh.
That's awesome.
Either my teeth have shifted.
Oh wait, it's on the other camera. We can't see it.
Oh. I'll go on the wide. See if I can get this thing. It's
like
not.
All my wigs are in my skirt drawer because it's like the drawer I use the least, so I know where to find them. I feel like this is your skirt drawer.
I think my teeth have shifted in the 15 years since I. It's like. I think on that.
Still just got trees though.
Or maybe it's cracked.
Oh no.
Oh, but I have I do have pictures somewhere.
All right, for people that tuned into On the Anvil,
this is
do
what
you
I
want
have
to do
here.
it on the Facebook page or the Discord? Or like Twitter, you can do it on your own private Twitter too.
There's a look. There's actually the guys who made Magic the Gathering made a card game called Jihad, which was about it was Vampire the Masquerade card game. It was awesome. And there was a character in it that looked just like me. Ego the Hungry.
Ego the Hungry?
IGO.
Okay.
Because I had long hair forever, and then I shaved the sides at one point and left the top, and then I grew that back. And then because I had that haircut. Is it? Did you find it?
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
You didn't have shaved sides though.
Yeah, I did the industrial. Yeah, and then I grew it back, and that was really awkward because there was that like this stage where I left the top was super long, and then I let the sides grow back, and there was like this George Washington phase where it there's a lot of life to it, so it was sort of flowing out. So this was long, and then these things were like swooping out, and it was like it was bad.
That's awesome. I'm all about going for the aesthetic, no matter how painful it is.
Yeah, that was a good. And then it was long forever, and then I shaved it all off, and then I looked like I was a.
I just damaged the ever living ghosts out of my hair.
Man, I
really wanted it long, and it's not going to happen for a while. But I respect that you had long hair. I feel like long hair is very hard to take care of.
Yeah, I didn't do a good job of taking care of it.
But you had it.
Yeah, I did. And then I shaved it off and I sent it to Locks of Love, and it was like some, where those like kids that have like cancer get a wig made, but it's like some poor girl was gonna like, want this wig and get this like scraggly metal hair. It was like, it was just like, oh, finally my wig has arrived, and it was just like this. Yeah, it was just not what she'd signed up for. That was what I was envisioning.
That's what you want.
All right. So does anybody else have any more questions? Oh, I didn't.
Amy wants to know if they can see the teeth. Odin Forge says, I seriously look forward to these Wednesdays. I need the social interaction. I look forward to seeing you all every Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Oh, my gosh.
Let's see.
They still fit, too.
Only have one, though.
All right, Nosferatu. Enter the doorway.
He's actually the guy who made these fangs made fangs for Satine just recently. I saw it on Twitter.
Oh, wow.
Father Todd.
How expensive are they to get fangs made?
I have no idea. It was like $19.99 in the back of the Limelight. It was
inflation and deflation and inflation.
Yeah, it's good times. And then the sextet set he didn't make. It was a different guy, and I don't know. Anyway, is there anything else that we should do in the deconstruction? Or should we get out of here?
I guess if you want to go over what your inspiration was, that might be something interesting.
Terrifying the players? No, it was. I don't know. I just wanted. I wanted to. I wanted to have a cool woodland fight with a. So I was trying. So originally the idea was. I didn't want to just have I didn't want a fight where it's just like, everybody hits each other until somebody falls down. I wanted to have an objective. So it was, the theory was it was going to be a race to, oh, you can't see let's go to the overhead.
We need to get you that MIDI keyboard for triggers.
I would be into that.
Well, you have the keyboard, we just need to set it up.
So originally I envisioned it as a race, like who's going to get to the spear tree first, and they were going to have quicklings with hobbles and stuff that they were going to be throwing a lot of stuff at the players to like slow them down. And meanwhile, their guy was going to be like marching along, whatever. But it was like, I need more table space, right? There's not enough, the distance from here to here is not, it's not very far. You could make that in one, a dash and a half or whatever, like one turn with a dash and the next turn you'd be there. So it's like, so it wasn't quite, that was the original idea. And then I was like, well, I don't know how it's going to be. But then I was like, well, maybe they'll fight instead of going there and do a thing. But that was, the original idea was like, okay, it's kind of two sides are racing to be the first ones to the tree. And, it didn't quite go like that. And I didn't play it up like that very much either in the game and whatever. But that was the idea.
That's what it felt like too.
Yeah. But it's just not enough room on a 2x3 isn't enough room to do, and like that. And then I threw quicklings in the mix because 120 feet of movement as base is nuts, right?
Yeah,
so that's,
no kidding. You made it 60, a little bit of a challenge, which was good, but dang. When it first started, I was like, are you kidding me? It's not within 120 feet.
They can go from here to here.
Which is good. Yeah.
With a move and then still attack. And throw their daggers with 20-foot range. Those guys are awesome. I love quicklings. We need more quicklings in life.
The only other thing I can think of is doing the FTG for getting the girl.
Oh yeah, FTG. Did people type it in?
We have everything in. We're waiting for everybody to enter. Do you want me to drum roll?
Yeah.
All right. So drum roll. Odin Forge.
Woo!
Get a copy.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. I will message you and figure out which version you want and how to get it to you.
Absolutely. Ooh. All right. Let me move this thing out of the way. All right. All right. So guys, let us know. Let us know if there's other things that you would like to see during. Let us know if there's other things you'd like to see during these deconstruction episodes. We'll do this. My next game. When is my next game? June 15th, according to the calendar on the floor.
Yeah.
And then, so we'll do the deconstruction on the 17th of June. So if there's something like I don't know. What else would you like me to see? What else would you like to see from the builds during the deconstruction, other than a pieces list, which we can't do right now?
Right.
And I don't know. Let us know. That's the other one. It's like, just let us know what other content that you'd like to see on the Anvil, because we're we're running out of the submarine here. We're just trying to figure out how to entertain you guys, and what sort of things you'd like to see, what information we could give you, other than showing you every single piece in Wildlands, which we can't do right now. Partially because we just don't have them.
Moderate amount of beans, but
yeah.
not all of them.
But we did pencil in a date. We can't announce it yet because there's still some moving pieces. We're trying to find some stuff when some stuff is going to arrive, some castings, because can't do a thing without the physical pieces. So that'll affect it. So it may drift. I don't know. I hope not, but we'll see.
A good way to stay up to date on our Wildlands is to do !Wildlands in the chat, or I will also post the link. It's just like, it's how we update everybody on our next Kickstarter is the Wildlands Kickstarter. It's an email subscription list. And it's going to have it's going to be when we release the date, we're going to update through there. It's going to be everything up until we actually start the Kickstarter. So if you are interested in backing for that, or seeing more of the pieces, even just following along, it's going to be dwarvenforge.com/wildlands.
Woo! Sign up. Anything else? Any other parting news? Did we give all our giveaways away? We announced our Facebook.
All our giveaways are gone. I can do a quick rundown of the beginning of the show news. There's the deck of many things. They have awesome lithographic cards that are insane. They're like for spells and stuff. 21 days left to go on their Kickstarter. Going to post that in the chat. Besides that, we heard a lot of you guys have a lot of praise for our pre-order system. So we're going to try and get new pre-orders. Well, not try. We will get more pre-orders out. We're glad that you guys kind of like that.
I just realized I never turned on my video. I was positioning the laptop so you could see everything from there, and I realized that the video was off the whole time. But you never complained. Yeah.
Easy come, easy footage go.
Yeah. Easy footage go, as they say.
Wormwood gift certificates. If you backed Hellscape, our social goal was to get to 500 shares on a video, and we reached that. So everyone who backed gets a Wormwood gift certificate for $25.
This is Hellscape.
Your order in order to get that. So please complete your order. We're sending out an update later this week, and then we will send out the follow-up email with your gift certificate coupon.
Yeah, there's some people, surprisingly large number of people who never completed their Hellscape pledge manager. So you don't get your gift certificate, much less any of your terrain, if you haven't completed that. And also, at this point, we can't guarantee any of the sets that you want are in stock. Like, we ordered what we ordered.
Yeah.
So
finish it.
Yeah, get on it.
And then, besides the Wormwood gift certificates, we will also be releasing shipping updates in that email for Hellscape. And following week, we're going to be doing Plaguestone updates. So if you have some pieces that, you have backed for or anything like that, we will be sending out updates. It's been kind of weird with COVID-19, but we're going to be keeping you as up to date as we can, and we have things to share with you. Yeah. Besides that, we have the new paint samples that we actually showed tonight. So similar that I genuinely could not tell them apart on camera.
Ooh, we should do a blind test. Or not blind, I guess I'd show you, but next week I'll do a test. You have to guess. Test. Guess the new, guess the old,
And then, as always, thank you for joining us for On the Anvil. Thank you for following us on social media. We just reached 1,000 on our Facebook fan page, so we did the giveaway, but feel free to still join. That's how we get our fan builds, and it's kind of how we are able to interact with you on a more personal level. So
and we'll do more. We'll do
photos anywhere, everywhere, and we will be able to see them.
We'll do more stuff. We'll do more stuff on there too. More giveaways and things and exclusives.
Yeah, and use hashtag Ego the Hungry.
IGO
the Hungry.
Yeah, he's like. This is the single fang salute. And thank you guys for
one shot salute. That's awesome.
I only got one side. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for all your support. Thanks for the ideas. keep the comments coming. Let us know in Discord. Let us know in here. Let us know on Twitter what you'd like to see, what's working, what we can do better. And can't wait for Wildlands. It's coming up, and we'll see you. Oh, see you on Tuesday. Tuesday is building of the month. Man, I have to figure out. It's so fast. That's so soon. I got to figure out what it's going to be. All right. Well, you guys will help figure out what it is once I figure out what the sets are. So that's always the fun part. It's so fun doing it with people telling me it's great. Love. All right. Thank you. Thank you. We went really late tonight, huh? But,
yeah, we did.
I knew it was gonna happen because I could talk about these things forever.
He warned me, and so I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna stop him. He's gonna have to stop me. But next time I'll throw up more flags.
Talk about on these things. I don't know. All right. Good night. Thank you. We'll see you on Tuesday or next week or whatever. Bye.